Good afternoon, sports fans. Ernie over and Josh with us today, Josh Henninger, for the Lander Tigers versus the Green River Wolves. It is a gorgeous afternoon for football here in Lander. And, of course, we're staring into the sun, but the teams are going north and south, so that should not bother them very much. A beautiful afternoon, Josh, but just a little smoky.
Little smoky, not nearly as bad as it was last week, which I will gladly take. Had a good little rain shower last night, so it's a little bit cooler. But Tigers are looking good in their green uniforms, and the Green River Wolves, they have the same colors, so luckily they've got white ones on so you can tell the difference.
Yeah, that is a good thing. Our pregame show today brought to you by Bailey's Tire and Auto Service, and we're going to begin the pregame show with a preview of the Wyoming Cowboys game with Montana State University. That's tomorrow in Laramie.
Wyoming Cowboys and Montana State Bobcats will kick off the 2021 season Saturday at 2 p.m. on Jonah Field at War Memorial Stadium. These are two teams that return a lot of players from very successful seasons in 2019. And these are two teams who share many ties between their coaching staffs. This is the Cowboys Report. Hey, go Pokes! This Saturday in Laramie, 2 p.m. Back in 2019, when both the Cowboys and Bobcats played their last full seasons, the Cowboys posted a record of 8-5. And captured the Nova Home Loans Arizona Bowl Championship in Tucson. Meanwhile, the Bobcats made a run all the way to the 2019 Football Championship Subdivision semifinals and compiled an overall record of 11-4. But in 2020, Wyoming only played 6 games, with 2 of its home games versus Air Force and Utah State canceled due to the Cowboy opponents having COVID issues. Montana State was one of the FCS teams who chose not to play at all in 2020. They'll be playing a game for the first time since December 21st, 2019, and the loss to North Dakota State in the FCS semifinals. Wyoming, since then, they've been named the most stable FBS program in college football. That was a story by ESPN's Bill Connolly on July 28th. The University of Wyoming football program is ranked number 1 in the country in stability among all 130 FBS schools. Clemson was ranked number 2 in the ratings. The 2021 college football season will be the 125th season of Cowboy football. This coming season is one of the most anticipated in the history of Wyoming football, as the team and fans alike are anxious to return to a normal season of college football. The first season of Wyoming football was 1893, but there were 4 seasons through Wyoming Cowboy football history where a season wasn't played. UW did not play any games in the 1918 season due to a flu epidemic. Cowboys also did not play for 3 seasons, 1943, 1944, and 1945, due to World War II. These teams have coaching ties. Most Cowboy and Bobcat fans are aware entering this game is the one between Wyoming head coach Craig Bohl and first-year Montana State coach Brent Vigen, who for the previous 7 seasons was Wyoming's offensive coordinator. All total, the two coaches worked together for 18 years at Wyoming and North Dakota State, winning 3 consecutive FCS national championships from 2011 to 2013. This week's meeting between the Cowboys and Bobcats will be the 20th in the series. Wyoming holds a 13-6 advantage in the series. Saturday's game will be only the second time this century the two teams have played. The last meeting was August 30th, 2003, when Wyoming won 21-10 in Laramie in its season opener. In 1950, Montana State played Wyoming in the opening game of Wyoming's War Memorial Stadium. Wyoming won that War Memorial opener 61-13 on September 16th, 1950. Since then, the Pokes and Bobcats have played only 2 other times leading up to Saturday's game. Wyoming won in 1998, 17-9, and in 2003, 21-10, with both games being played in
Okay, thank you, Cody Beers, for that update on Wyoming Cowboy football. Of course, they're going to play the Bobcats from Montana State University in Bozeman tomorrow. And as you heard Cody say, Montana State didn't play last year. So this is going to be a pretty interesting matchup tomorrow. The Cowboys are ready to go. You know, they only played 6 games last year. They had 2 games canceled because of COVID, so they only played 6 games last year, and they're chomping at the bit, just as the Lander Tigers. I tell you what, the Lander Tigers come into this game with a record over the Green River Wolves of 13-10-1. That's since 1948. In the last 4 games, Lander has won the last 2. Head coach John Scott is now in his 4th year of the Tigers with a 17-10 overall record. And for the coach Kevin Cuthbertson of the Green River Wolves, this is his 2nd year. He has a win-loss record of 2 wins and 6 losses. And, of course, if you reverse that record with Lander, they've won 10, lost 13 since 1948. Both colors are the same, green, white, and black. And fortunately, the Lander Tigers are in their green and black, and the Green River Wolves are in their white and green. So we'll be able to tell those teams apart pretty well. Last year, the Wolves were 2-6 overall, and last year the Tigers were 6-3 overall. They beat Green River in the regular season 28-7, and then the Tigers lost to Powell in the quarterfinals here in Lander that ended their season. So we're ready to go now with the prep report. All right, and here's what's happening around the state.
Hey, it's week 1 in the high school football season, and starting yesterday, Thursday, September 2nd, games got underway. It was Pine Bluffs at Riverside, Big Piney at Evanston JV, and Lyman at Rollins. Today, in Class 4A, Cheyenne Central at Kelly Walsh, that's a 6 p.m. start. Cheyenne East at Natrona, 7 p.m. Cheyenne South at Sheridan, 6 p.m. Laramie at Campbell County at 7 p.m. and Rock Springs at Thunder Basin at 6 p.m. In Class 3A, it's Cody at Riverton tonight, 7 p.m. right here at Wolverine Field. Green River at Lander, Bill Bush Memorial Stadium. That's a 6 p.m. kickoff. Worland at Powell at 7 p.m. In Class 2A, Bighorn at Lovell at 7 p.m. Glen Rock at Pinedale at 6 p.m. Thermopolis at Tongue River. That's a 2 p.m. kickoff. We should have a score. And Wheatland at Kemmer at 4 o'clock. In Class 1A 9-man football, Lingle at Wind River, a 5 p.m. kickoff. Moorcroft at Grable at 5 p.m. Rocky Mountain at Wright at 6 p.m. St. Stephen's at Lusk, 5 p.m. kickoff. Southeast at Shoshone, a 5 p.m. kickoff. And Wyoming Indian at Saratoga at 6:30 tonight. Class 1A 6-man, DuBois at KC, 2 p.m. That one should be final. Encampment at Midwest, a 6 p.m. kickoff. Farson at Guernsey Sunrise, 4 p.m. And Hewlett at Burlington, 2 p.m. That one should be final. Interclass play, Buffalo at Newcastle, tonight, 6 p.m. Evanston at Mountain View at 4 p.m. And Torrington at Douglas, 7 p.m. That's 2A versus 3A. Just keeping that straight. Interstate matchups, Bear Lake, Idaho at Jackson, 7 p.m. kickoff. Cokeville at Rich County, Utah, 1 p.m. That one should be final. Mitchell, Nebraska at Burns, 7 p.m. kickoff. Star Valley at Preston, Idaho, a 7 p.m. kickoff. Upton Sundance at Lead, Deadwood, South Dakota, 6 p.m. kickoff. Tomorrow, September 4th, Class 1A 6-man, Hannah at Snake River, a 2 p.m. kickoff. Meeteetse is the only Wyoming high school team that is open this weekend. The only other game I should have mentioned is not being played tonight, Thermopolis at Tongue River. That was a 2 p.m. start. That game has been canceled due to COVID issues in Thermopolis. This is Cody Beers with the Wyoming Prep Report. Hey, we're ready for some high school football. Week 1, Lander, Riverton, on the air tonight on WyoToday Media.
Care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, community health centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Ever wonder why so many babies are delivered at Hot Springs Health in Thermopolis? Could it be the exceptional prenatal care offered by our providers? Or our convenient family practice clinics located in Thermopolis, Worland, Basin, Shoshone, and Riverton? Maybe it's our new OB suites with large jetted tub, or maybe it's the place where you know you can find all of this and more.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
In any sport, athletes face the chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more, is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
Wyoming Cowboys and Montana State Bobcats will kick off the 2021 season Saturday, September 2nd. Games got underway. It was Pine Bluffs at Riverside, Big Pine, Evanston JV, and Lime.
All right, sorry about that, folks. Had a little technical difficulties coming back in from the ads. We're still ironing out the bugs, but we promise that we will always get better each and every week. Welcome back to Bill Bush Memorial Stadium here in Lander as the Tigers are getting ready to go against the Green River Wolves. And we will go ahead and get into a interview with Green River's head coach.
Yeah, Coach Cuff. I'm talking now with Green River Wolves head football coach, Coach Cuff, as you call yourself. How's the Green River Wolves team look for tonight's game?
I think we're looking pretty good. You know, we've had our camp, and we've been able to have full practices every day. We haven't been chased out by lightning or bad weather or any circumstances like that. We have dealt with some COVID quarantines, so we have some kids that need to do some catching up as we head into the game. But other than that, I think we're pretty well prepared. We're looking forward to it.
Did you lose a lot of kids from last year's team?
We did. We had 28 seniors with last year's team, and so we did lose a lot of kids. We don't bring back a lot of stars. We're looking at 3 on the offensive side and another 3 on the defensive side. So we are extremely young this year, but young doesn't mean less talented. We got some great athletes on this team, and we have some high expectations.
Boy, losing 28 players is a lot.
It is. It's a huge number, and it was a great big senior class last year. Great kids. They did a good job of setting the bar and the standard for our players with how we work at practice and how we conduct ourselves as far as our character and our attitudes and our behaviors.
Who are a couple of outstanding performers we can expect for the Wolves?
You know, as we look at outstanding performers, I just like to see the thing that's outstanding about us is our team. You know, we play great team defense. We have a great team concept on offense and like to spread the ball around. So if you're looking for a star, the star is the team itself. As far as names that you'll probably be calling quite a bit tomorrow night is going to be Dylan Taylor. He's a returning All-State wide receiver. Of course, our quarterback, Caleb Blake. Running backs, Bracken Miller and Hayden Roberts will be in the mix as well. And then as you look over on the defensive side of the ball, we're led by Jack Mitchell in the middle. Our defensive line returns, Jacob Sheevy is an All-State defensive end last year. Cornerback Hayden Roberts will play both sides of the ball over there. And then Austin Macer is a returning starter for us that'll play on both sides of the ball as well.
What kind of offense do you run? You mentioned you like to spread it out a bit.
Yeah, and when I mean spread it out, I mean we play multiple formations, and we like to get a lot of people involved. We don't want to, try to become one-dimensional. We want to be balanced as far as the run and the pass goes, and if we're able to do that and use our entire offense, it just makes us more productive.
You saw Lander last year. What do you expect from the Tigers?
Anytime you look at a John Scott coach team, the number one thing you got to be able to do is match them physically. His teams have always played with a lot of physicality, so as we look at game film, looking back at last year and looking back at your game last week, that stands out from the very first down to the final play. We got to match their physicality, And then secondly, when you're looking at what we got to do is we got to stop the run on defense. John Scott, they're going to pound it at you, and again, they're going to be physical, and you got to be able to stop that run, and you got to match that physicality. And then we got to be productive on the offensive side of the ball and put points on the board.
You mentioned you had a couple of COVID cases. How's the health of the team? Any injuries to speak of?
We have one. We lost our starting tight end, kind of an H-back hybrid tight end that we start last week in our scrimmage with a broken collarbone. That's the only significant injury we're looking at right now, but we did have 15 players quarantined due to COVID since the season started. So, again, they missed a few practices here and there, and so they're a little bit behind the eight ball, and we're trying to get them up to speed and game ready.
Thank you very much, Coach Kevin Cuthbertson of the Green River Wolves. We look forward to seeing you here at Bill Busch Stadium.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
Welcome back, Lander Tigers, and welcome back, high school football fans. After a long summer, it's great to be back to Fremont County Sports. Hi, I'm John with Teton Therapy. At Teton Therapy, getting you back out there is what we're all about. We treat everything from back and shoulder pain to brain injuries and strokes, and we get you back to living pain-free. Live your life without pain. Go to TetonTherapyPC.com to book your free consultation today.
I'm talking now with Green River Wolves Lander head football coach John Scott. And Coach, you had a pretty good opening practice scrimmage with Pinedale last week. How was your analysis of the game?
Well, I thought overall, we accomplished some things that we had kind of set out for as the goal of that scrimmage, and changing some things up offensively and defensively. I thought we did a good job of picking that up in a game situation and worked at a good game tempo. So we took care of the ball. We had minimal miscues in alignments and having the right people out there. And then the execution of some of our base stuff I felt real good about. I'm not sure that we got the real physical challenge that we're going to get tonight against Green River, but we had more to work towards the positive this week than having to go back and go back to a drawing board and start again. So felt real good from that point.
Only 2 penalties in the whole game last week.
Yeah, that was good. We were in multi-formation, so we did get guys set before the snap. Things like that, some of those mental things that sometimes you give the opponent 5 yards easy way because you're not kind of locked in, and we executed that well. Scrimmage format with the officiating crew. We did talk before the game that they were going to talk to our kids, so that could change tonight a little bit. With a full varsity officiating crew, but again, we didn't make the obvious mental miscues.
And any injuries coming out of the scrimmage?
No, I think we are in good shape. We had every kid practicing yesterday morning on our last practice, and so knock on wood for this week, we should be at full strength.
Okay, Green River's coming in with a pretty young team. You saw them last year, but they lost 28 players from that team.
Well, when you have 70 kids losing 28, it looks, maybe worse on paper. I think they return some very good skill kids, and historically Green River, again, plays a very physical brand and has some good size. So I think, it's just a matter of them plugging in some kids who are just ready for their time at varsity. But I really think that, with another year in the system that they're working with, their execution was on film was a lot further along than it was a year ago against the same Mountain View team, and so I really see them being able to show that they've got another year under their belt and ready to compete in that 3A West.
You ran the ball a lot against Pinedale. Are we going to see any opening up of the offense, some more passing against Green River?
It kind of comes down to, give and take. We just had some, things where we got some real short fields, some miscues by Pinedale. We broke off a couple big runs. I don't know that we really got ourselves into, where we got into much of a rhythm. And it's going to just be what will really dictate that tonight. It's going to be things like field position and, how we come off the ball offensively and how we can pass protect, because they did see a very similar offense in Mountain View, a no huddle, as well as a team that likes to spread people out. So I don't think we're going to catch them off guard. I think they'll be very prepared, and we'll just kind of go with what they give us.
All right, Coach, good luck in tonight's game.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it, Ernie.
All over. Food prices, fuel prices, tires, oils, you name it. But there's one thing that hasn't gone up. WRTA bus lines will still get you where you need to go in Fremont County for the same low price they've always had. Just $1 one way. How can you beat that? See WRTAbuslines.com for the new fall route schedule. Save hundreds of dollars every month and use the WRTA to travel to and from the Riverton Airport. See WRTAbuslines.com for details, and remember, don't drink and drive, wear your seatbelts, and keep all four wheels on the road.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
The Maven B Series, our elite line of premium optics. Superior low-light performance, tack-sharp edge-to-edge clarity, generous depth of field, silky focus mechanism, built-handled elements, state-of-the-art technology, and an uncompromising optic.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at Du Bois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Talking now with Lander head football coach. Okay, back again at Bill Bush Stadium here in Lander. We've got about 5 minutes to go till the kickoff. If you were watching the screen during that last set of commercial breaks, you saw that the Lander Tigers won the toss, and they elected to defer to the second half. Lander will kick off to Green River. The Tigers will defend the north goal here at Bill Bush Stadium, and the Green River Wolves will have it on the south end, moving from left to right as we go. This is the Bailey's Bailey's Tire and Auto Service pregame show here at Bill Bush Stadium. Again, an excellent evening for football. Last year, the Wolves went 2-6, and the Tigers went 6-3. John Scott, Lander's coach, is in his fourth year with a 17-10 record, and Kevin Cuthbertson is in his second year, and of course that's 2-6 was his first season last year. The Green River Wolves have been playing football, interestingly enough, Josh, since 1923, but the Lander Tigers started their series in 1908.
That's interesting. I didn't realize there was such a gap there between the two programs. I mean, you'd think, I don't know. It just seems like Green River might have been established first. I'm not sure.
Yeah, well, they weren't, and of course they played most of the time down in the southwest Wyoming. They had a total of 4 state championships, the last coming in 2004, and they were the state runner-ups in 48, 2008, and 2015. And of course, the runner-up in 1948. The victor that year, the state champion, the Lander Tigers, coached by Bill Bush.
The only championship season for the Tigers, 1948.
Green River plays in the Class 3A West. They've been in that classification for the last 9 years. Prior to that, they were 18 years in the Class 3A South. 2 years prior to that, they did not have a conference affiliation. And in 2009, Green River went from Class 5A to 4A. And in 2011, they went from 4A to Class 3A, where they are right now. Lander Valley is in its 10th year in the Class 3A East Division. Prior 6 years, they were in 3A West, and prior to that, 4 years without a conference affiliation. Since 1983, Lander Valley has bounced between Class 4A and 3A. 83 to 89, they were 4A. 90 to 2000, they were 3A. 2001 to 2008, Class 4A, and now they're in their current class of 2009. We want to take a look at our starting lineups today, brought to you by Sutherland's Home Improvement Store in Riverton. And Josh,
we're going to cut to break real quick because they're about to do the national anthem. So
okay,
we'll be right back
good.
right after this.
These are delivered at Hot Springs Health in Thermopolis. Could it be the exceptional prenatal care offered by our providers? Or our convenient family practice clinics located in Thermopolis, Warland, Basin, Shoshone, and Riverton? Maybe it's our new OB suites with large jetted tub, or maybe it's the place where you know you can find all of this and more.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
In any sport, athletes face the chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Your car or truck is an
All right, welcome back to Bill Bush Memorial Stadium. Josh Henninger along with
Ernie Over.
Ernie Over.
Yeah, that's right.
Thank
yeah.
you. I couldn't remember if you used your full name or the Ernie. Apologize about that. You know, it's a new crew. We're
That's
getting
right.
used to it.
Yep.
Anyway, we'll get to our starting lineups brought to you by Sutherland's for the Tigers. Starting at quarterback will be number 10, the junior. 6'2", 185, Brennan Stauffenberg. Starting at tailback will be number 37, the 5'11 junior, weighing in 170 pounds, Matisse Weaver. In front of him, lining up at the fullback, senior number 35, Zach Larvey. Out wide, starting receivers will be number 13, senior Jonah Brown, as well as number 22, Tisso Gwena, will be outside. And starting at tight end will be senior number 15, Robert Coivapalo, coming in at 5'11", 210. He had a couple opportunities in the part of the line there. And also starting the line, you have junior Jesse Dollard, senior Frank Armejo, and senior Ernesto Cabriales be the starting center. On the guards, we'll have Cody Cunningham and William Shade. Cunningham Jr. and Shade, a senior. And it looks like the Tigers are getting ready to kick off this 2021 campaign against the Green River Wolves.
Okay, and it will be Matisse Weaver to kick off. And back deep, we have Tyler Castillon, and also back there we have Connor Todd. So here's the high end over kick. It's going to come down short. It's going to go on the far side, picked up that time by Castillon, and he moves across the 30 down to the 35-yard line before he's finally pulled down there. So a nice return by the Green River Wolves on a short opening kick, and they will have it first down and 10 yards to go from their own 35-yard line. So here's where we go. Green River at the 35, first down, 10 yards to go. Their quarterback is a junior, Caleb Lake, 5'11", 150 pounds. Lake is in the shotgun formation. He goes back to pass, changes his mind, cuts upfield, and he's going to lose yardage. Well, Josh, he saw the rush coming in, and he just took a knee.
Yeah, and it looks like that both the Green River Wolves and the Lander Tigers, as they talked, the head coaches talked in their interviews in the pregame, looks like they both have the same about the offensive scheme, both running a more spread offense. You'll see some shotgun and some of them lining up under center.
Football smack dab in the middle of the turf field here at Lander. Way back to take the snap is Lake, and he hands off on the near side now. Going is Miller. Miller tries to cut the corner, and he gets back close to the original line of scrimmage, but he's going to be a yard short of that. So it's going to be a pickup for Miller of just 2 yards, and it's going to be third down right away, Josh, and that Tiger defense holding steady.
You know, it looked like the tailback for Green River is going to be able to get the edge there, but the edge rush by the linebacker was able to meet him there and keep him to a minimal gain, make it third and long.
Okay, here's third down, 11 yards to go. There's the snap back to the quarterback. A long pass downfield, incomplete. And it's intended that time for Hayden Roberts. He goes both ways for the Green River Wolves.
Yeah, that was good defensive pressure there by the near side cornerback. It looked like the receiver was able to get a step, but unfortunately the quarterback for the Wolves threw it just a little bit too far, led him too far ahead on that pass, make it fourth down.
Connor Todd comes in, a 5'6", 132-pound junior, to do the punting. Deep back for the Lander Tigers, we have Tisso Gwena. Here's the long snap. High snap, and he gets behind him. It rolls back to the 5-yard line, and he's going to try to run it out. He's at the 10, knocked out of bounds at about the 16-yard line. Lander is going to have great field position as they come in to start their first series of downs.
You know, we saw in the scrimmage last week, Ernie, against Pinedale, that this Tiger team not only outpowered them on offense and defense, but on special teams as well. And they took advantage of the miscue there. The first game jitters. Long snap was a little too tall.
And the Lander Tigers have the ball first down, 10 yards to go inside Green River territory at the 18-yard line. Coach Scott sends out his offensive unit. Brennan Stauffenberg is the quarterback. And they're having problems with the chain on the far side, Josh. Looks like they've got a kink in the chain. So now they've got that figured out on the far side. And the official still talking with the chain gang over there on the far side. Now they get it right.
It's the chain gang's first game, too.
Yeah, it is.
They've got some jitters to work out.
Everyone's first game. 10 minutes, 30 seconds to go, first period. And there is no score on our Lander Tigers scoreboard. And now we have Stauffenberg behind the runner. The handoff goes to the Tigers, and we've got a good rush on the left-hand side, and Matisse Weaver with the carry, and Matisse gets all the way down to about the 8-yard line. So that's almost a 10-yard pickup. That was a great carry by Weaver.
Good carry by Weaver and good blocking by the slot receiver and the outside wideout on the near side as well.
First down, 10 yards to go. Football is marked at the near side hash mark. And we've got a full house look in the backfield. Stauffenberg takes it, hands it off to Weaver. Weaver powers his way inside the 5, and that's where he's going to be stopped. Coming in there, Jacob Shivey on the defense, and he makes it down to the 5-yard line. So that is only going to be a gain of 3 yards on the play. It'll be second down, 5 yards to go.
Saw the Tigers there against Pinedale last week. Their size was pretty good about pushing the line forward. Might have a challenge with the Wolves.
Looks like we're in the pistol formation. There's the pitch on the far side to Weaver. He's got a lot of room. Touchdown, Lander.
Great work by the Tigers, just as we talked about, that offensive line getting pressure, pushed the Wolves backwards and able to get good edge block set there. As you hear the fire truck from the Lander City Fire Department going in the background. Thanks for coming out, guys. Appreciate it.
All right, Matisse Weaver with a sweep on the right side for the touchdown, and he will try the extra point as well. He's the leading scorer on the Tiger team. He hasn't missed this year yet, and of course that's because this is the first game, isn't it, Josh?
You might as well. That's a good point.
There's the kick. It's up. It's high enough. It's long enough, and it is good. So Weaver puts the Tigers out in front, 7-0.
Tigers took advantage of the good field position off the botched punt snap there by the Wolves. Short field. I mean, it's not that bad of a deal when your starting drive averages inside the opponent's 20-yard line.
Well, you know, that's what you'd like to do each and every time. I'm sure Coach Kelferson is not very happy with that. But, you know, it's their first game. They're a very young team. So the Tigers take a 7-0 lead here at Bill Bush Stadium. 9 minutes, 16 seconds to go in the first period. The Tigers scoring on their first offensive series, a 3-play, 18-yard drive. Ended up 7-0 Lander with the Weaver PAT. Now he's going to come back out, and we're going to have a kickoff going deep. Let's see if they've made any changes for the Green River Wolves. In the middle there we have Jacob Shive. On the far side, it looks like we've got, who is that? Put your hands down, young man, so I can see your number. It's number 11, Uriah Polson. Or is it 20? It's 21. That's Skylar Lee. And on the near side, we have Tyler Castillon. Okay, Weaver set to kick the ball off. It's teed up at the 40-yard line. Tigers scoring on their first possession. Didn't take them very long to do that. Here's the approach to the ball. There's the kick. Long, booming kick this time. High, end over ender, into the end zone. And that'll put the Green River Wolves at their 20-yard line as they start their second series of plays.
You know, we talk about it. Matisse Weaver's kind of that utility player. He's running back. He plays defense. And he's got a pretty good leg, too. I mean, he takes that kind of short step approach where you see a lot of guys usually run towards it, where his kickoffs are just like pretty much a field goal setup. Still knocks it through the end zone.
Well, the first four, Cunningham, Cabrales, Armejo, and Larvey on the defensive line for the Lander Tigers. The quarterback is Caleb Lake. He's under center. There's the handoff. Goes to Bracken Miller. Bracken is caught at the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing. Great defensive pursuit that time by the Tigers.
Yeah, it looked like the interior linemen there on the defense were able to just overpower the center and the guard there for the Wolves, push them backwards, and the running back had no lane, nowhere to go. Tigers took advantage of it. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Wolves.
No gain on that last play. Beautiful afternoon here in Lander. 8:47 to go until halftime. And we're no clouds in the sky, just a little bit of smoke outside. Okay, we've got one man split out wide to the right side is Dylan Taylor. Under center is the quarterback. They had motion beforehand. Let's see, there's a nice break. There's a rush by Miller. Miller is going to be short of the first down, but he's going to gain about 8 yards.
That was a good form tackle there by the safety for the Tigers. Didn't quite catch his number. A little hard to see the black numbers on the dark green uniforms with the sun out. Of course, it's hard to see hardly anything with the sun out.
Yeah, so that was a 9-yard gain that time by Miller. He has 11 yards on 3 carries. Here it is, a big play for the Tiger defense. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Hash mark far side of the field. Under center is Caleb Lake. Lake, and we've got movement, and we're going to have our first penalty of the afternoon. And, Josh, I think that's going to be against the Green River Wolves.
Yeah, it looked like one of the Wolves got a jump. It just depends on
was he drawn or not? Yeah.
If he was drawn or not, yeah.
Officials are talking it over. We've got 4 of the 5 officials there talking it over. And here comes the call from the umpire. It is offsides Lander, so that'll give a first down to the Green River Wolves. Well, that's a big break for Green River on the penalty. They get a first down.
First game jitters. We'll just put first game jitters.
All right, here we go. Coming back out on the near side is Taylor. Everyone else in tight. Under center is Lake. Man in motion to the left. Here's the handoff. It goes to the first man through, and that is Miller. Miller's got a little bit of yardage, maybe a first down across the 45-yard line. And, Josh, they found a little hole in that Lander defense.
Miller is a big kid, definitely bigger than anybody the Tigers saw last week in scrimmage against Pinedale. He's not exactly the fastest, but as soon as he finds a hole, goes right through it, and it looks like if it wasn't for the turf monster, he'd still be running.
4 carries for Miller for 21 yards in the game. Hash mark near side, 7:20 to go, first period. Lander 7, Green River nothing. They come up to the line of scrimmage. Lake is under center. One man is in motion. Here's the snap. Handoff to Miller. Miller, he tries that same line and gets about 5 yards on the play. Coming up and making the tackle for the Tigers looked like it was Jesse Dollard and maybe Frank Ormejo assisting.
It looks like the Tigers on the weak side of the ball, near side here. For some reason, that coverage from the covering linebacker in that second area isn't finding that gap and watching that gap to keep that hole closed. That's 2 plays in a row. It's been wide open for Green River.
First down, 10 yards to go, right at midfield for the Green River Wolves. Lake has one man in motion, reverses direction now. Pitch goes to the outside. With the ball is Roberts, and he is caught for a big loss as the Tigers had that one smelled out, Josh.
Strong side edge rush there by the linebacker on the far side, as well as the defensive lineman. The one got through, kind of shoved him more outside. Linebacker came in behind him with the pursuit for the big loss for the Tigers on defense. Will make it about 3rd and 14.
So Roberts loses 3 on the play, and it's 3rd down now. Big 3rd down play for the Tigers. Hash mark far side. In the I formation, Lake under center. Receivers split out wide. Back to pass. Lake rolls to his right. He's being chased, and he is pulled down, and it's going to be short of the first down by about 6 yards. Coming in was Brendan Stauffenberg. Brendan Stauffenberg got there in a hurry.
Yeah, that was good coverage by the edge rusher of the Tigers. I believe that was Jonah Brown that was in there as well. He did good at breaking down, didn't try to jump to cover the pass and force the quarterback more towards the sideline instead of faking and making the first move.
Connor Todd back to punt for the Green River Wolves. The snap last time went over his head and rolled all the way down to the 18-yard line. We're at the 5-minute mark of the first period. Here's the snap. It's a good one. There's the kick. Low, end over ender, and it's going to bounce, picked up. It's going to be down by Green River inside the 15-yard line. Gwynna decided not to pick that one up and go with it. So the Tigers will have the ball first down, 10 yards to go. Lander will be at the 11, Josh.
Yeah, that was a good decision by Gwynna. He thought about maybe picking up and running, but at that point it was 1 against 3. And with the ball rolling like that, you don't know if you're going to get a clean reception and get it clean picking it up off the turf. So that was a good decision by Gwena.
Okay, Matisse Weaver is the only man who's carried the football for Lander so far in the game. He's had 2 carries for 15 yards. And let's see what happens this time. As Weaver comes off the field right now. So in the backfield for the Tigers, we have Zach Larvey. Larvey, they're in that pistol formation again. Here's the quarterback, Stauffenberg, gives it off to Larvey. Larvey cuts the right side. He's got a hole and is across the 50 and across the 20, down to the 26-yard line. 1st and 10 Tigers.
If it wasn't for that linebacker and safety, Dylan Taylor for Green River, he'd still be running. That might have been a house call right there. That was a huge hole. Good push by the offensive line by the Tigers, getting into the second level of the Green River defense.
14-yard carry on the play by Larvey, his first touch of the football this afternoon. Stauffenberg getting the signal from Coach John Scott. Stauffenberg is in the shotgun formation. Weaver back in the game right alongside Stauffenberg. One man in the slot. Back to pass is Stauffenberg. There's a long pass downfield. It's too strong. Couldn't find the reach. Jonah Brown went out of his hands. Or I shouldn't say out of his hands. It was way over his head.
That was a good read by Stauffenberg. Brown was able to get the jump right off the line. It wasn't even look like it was a double move. He just stuck his foot in, went around the defender. Unfortunately, Stauffenberg put a little bit too much air under it and let him a little too far.
Okay, 2nd down, 10 yards to go. Ball's on the 25-yard line. Clock stopped at 4 minutes, 12 seconds to go. First period, Lander leading 7-0. Stauffenberg and Weaver. In the slot is Gwena. There's the handoff, and the pass is intercepted. Intercepted at the 15-yard line, only they're going to call it down on the ground. Did that hit the ground first, Josh?
It looks like it might have. It was possibly a trapping situation by the Green River player. May have just bounced before it went into his hands.
Okay, so it will be a 3rd down now and 10 yards to go for the Tigers. Boy, that could have been dangerous. I thought that Shreve had his hands on it. Okay, here we go. 3rd down now, 10 yards to go. Stauffenberg in the shotgun. Weaver behind him on the left-hand side. Back to pass. Here's a pass over the head of Gwena and out of bounds, so the Tigers are going to have to punt. They go 3 and out on their second possession as they went to the air that time, Josh, and the accuracy wasn't there.
3 plays in a row, they went to the air. Something we saw last week in the scrimmage. It was a spread offense, but predominantly run game. Wondering if that might be the bugaboo for the Tigers, getting those pass reps in for Stauffenberg.
Dylan Taylor deep back for the Wolves at the 40-yard line. Matisse Weaver to punt from about the 15-yard line. Also back deep is Luis Batista for Green River. Looking for the long snap here. 4 minutes, 4 seconds to go. It's on the ground, but Weaver gets the kickoff. It's a great kick, and it comes down to Taylor. Taylor is caught. He doesn't make any yardage. Great downfield pursuit by the Lander Tigers.
That was a good rush there by Tisso Gwena. The gunner went down, was able to make the receiver make the first move, broke down, stayed in front of him, kept that return to short yardage. It was a decent punt, good recovery off the low snap.
And we have a flag at the 20-yard line, and they're going to wave it off. Apparently no penalty. So Green River is going to take over. They've got to let the chain gang get caught up now. The football is going to be at the 38-yard line of the Green River Wolves. First down, 10 yards to go. Caleb Lake, a 5'11", 150-pound junior, is the quarterback for the Green River Wolves. They're on the hash mark, far side. Lake likes to start under the center. I formation in the background. One man split out wide to the left side. One man in motion to the right. There's the handoff. It goes to Miller. Miller gets up to the line of scrimmage, maybe 2 yards on the play before coming in there and making that stop for the Tigers is Covapalo.
Covapalo was in there, kind of just stuck in his lane. There was nowhere to go for the Wolves. Good pressure by the defensive line of the Tigers. Stop him in his tracks.
2-yard gain by Miller, and he now has 5 carries for 28 yards. Man in motion to the left again. Here's the handoff to Miller. Miller's caught at the line of scrimmage, only 2 yards on the play. Boy, that was great hustle by the Tigers, and coming up off the bottom of that stack, Ernesto Calabras.
With the Tigers, you're looking at it, they've got 8 people up in the box, whether it's on the line or in the secondary level in the linebacker position. You've got one defensive back and 2 safeties back for the Tigers. Other than that, there's stuff in the box because Green River's showing nothing in the air game, all on the ground.
Big 3rd down, 7 yards to go. Lake goes back in the shotgun formation. Man in the slot. Here's the snap, and the pass is knocked away by the Tigers. Great defensive move by Tisso Gwinna, and he knocks that ball away, and Green River is going to have to punt.
Man, if he just put his eyes up a split second sooner, he saw the receiver break, so he was covering him. Unfortunately, he brought his eyes up a little too late, or else that would have been a pick.
Gwinna goes back to receive the punt. He's back at the 25-yard line. Coming in punt formation for the Wolves is Jacob Shive. And there's the snap, the kick. It's a wobbler. It bounces at the 30-yard line. Gwinna's going to let it go, and it's going to be killed right there at the 26-yard line. So that's where the Lander Tigers will have it, at their 26-yard line. Much improved from the 11-yard line that they started at before.
Definitely. You know, it looks like the Wolves got their first game jitters out on that long snap. The next 2 have been good. Unfortunately, the leg of the punter there for the Wolves still trying to get dialed in.
And we have 2 minutes, 33 seconds to go here. First period, Lander with a 7-0 lead on our Tigers scoreboard. Hash mark on the near side of the field. Stauffenberg brings them up. And again, they're in that pistol formation. 1 man in the slot to the left. Gwinna split out to the outside. And Stauffenberg stops, adjusts his helmet. Now here's the handoff, and it's going to go to Matisse Weaver. Weaver powers his way ahead for a couple of yards. Not much there that time.
You know, they're setting up under center with the single back formation. They've got a couple wide receivers set out wide. You saw a couple of incomplete passes in consecutive order for Stauffenberg. Might be trying to calm down his jitters a little bit, go back to the run game for a couple plays.
Okay, gain of 1 on the play. 2nd down, 9 yards to go. 2 minutes to go, first period. Lander 7, Green River nothing on our Tiger scoreboard. Stauffenberg goes back now in the shotgun, slaps his hands. There's the snap. Pass downfield is caught, but it's going to be short of the first down. Gwinna gets his hand on it across the 30 to the 32-yard line. So that'll be a 5-yard gain on the pass play from Stauffenberg to Gwinna.
You know, I like that pass for Stauffenberg. It's a simple 3-step drop, just a straight timing route. Simple, hit him on the break, complete that first pass, get that monkey off your back.
John Scott sending in the play to Brandon Stauffenberg. Matisse Weaver, lone man in the backfield, lines up to the left of Stauffenberg. 2 receivers split out wide to the left side. Now Stauffenberg making a signal to the line. Claps his hands. There's the snap. Back to pass. Throws. It is caught. Wide open. Tigers are going to get a big gator on this one all the way inside the 35-yard line. And catching the ball that time was Brown. Great play by Stauffenberg to Brown.
Brown is a slot receiver. Obviously, Stauffenberg saw something in the coverage. He may have set an audible for that route for Brown. Things are going. Good pass completion for the Tigers. They're in opponent territory for the second time in the game.
And that was a 40-yard pass reception from Stauffenberg to Brown. 45 yards on 2 passes now by Stauffenberg. First down, 10 yards to go. Far side of the field. In the shotgun again is Stauffenberg. Snap, handoff, goes to the first man through. That's Weaver. And that's Larvey. Larvey gets just a yard or 2, maybe a yard on that one. They're going to give him the 32-yard line. 1 yard for Larvey.
Interior line for the Wolves is doing a pretty good job of keeping the beefed up offensive line for the Tigers from getting too much pressure on them. They're stuffing those gaps pretty well.
Brown and Gwinna are split out wide on the near side. On the far side outside is Zane Espinoza. Again in the pistol formation. Stauffenberg back in the shotgun. Larvey to his left. Here's the snap. Steps back, throws downfield, incomplete at the end of the first period of play intended for Gwinnett. And after one, it's the Lander Tigers 7 and the Green River Wolves 0.
You need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
Welcome back, Lander Tigers, and welcome back, high school football fans. After a long summer, it's great to be back to Fremont County Sports. Hi, I'm John with Teton Therapy. At Teton Therapy, getting you back out there is what we're all about. We treat everything from back and shoulder pain to brain injuries and strokes, and we get you back to living pain-free. Live your life without pain. Go to tetontherapypc.com to book your free consultation today.
On that last play, the Lander Tigers crossed midfield, and AARP Wyoming wants to remind you good things happen after 50. To see what's going on for folks over 50 in Wyoming, check out AARP Wyoming's Facebook page. Ready for the first play of the second period. Teams have changed direction. Lander heading left to right now. They're at the 32-yard line of Green River. Stauffenberg rolls to his right side, passes down court, caught by Gwinnett. Gwinnett at the 15-yard line down to the 13-yard line. 1st and 10 Tigers.
You know, that was a good rollout by Stauffenberg. I don't know if that's just a straight-up rollout bootleg or if that possibly was an option, a run-pass option. But you saw the near side defender there by the Green River Wolves. He kind of hesitated a little bit. He wasn't quite sure what he was going to do. And the receiver is able to get open for the Tigers. Good gain, 1st down, and Tigers are in the red zone.
Third pass completion for Stauffenberg. He now has 3 completions, 64 yards. Hash mark near side of the play. There's a handoff to Weaver. Weaver cuts direction, changes, gets caught at the line of scrimmage. He tried to change directions that time, Josh, and got caught, and only picks up a yard on the play to the 12.
You know, he looked like he was trying to possibly bounce it outside, and it looked like he was cut off there by Alexander Cooley, it looks like, of the Green River Wolves. Cooley did a good job of shutting off that edge there, forced him to go back inside, kept him to a minimal gain.
Robert Covapalo comes in now as tight end on the left-hand side. Gwinnett split out wide to the left side. And in the shotgun is Stauffenberg. 10:55 to go till halftime. Again, they're in the pistol. Man in motion is Gwinnett. Gwinnett to the right side. There's the snap. Pass is going to go into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
That was a great route by the receiver. You saw Stauffenberg do the pump fake. He looked like he was trying to go for the fly route to the corner. He keeps it inside. The defensive back bites on the fake, starts going back. Receiver cuts inside on the post. Wide open pass, straight in the chest. Great play for the Tigers.
And Matisse Weaver on the play that time for the catch. Now he comes in for the PAT. He lines up, takes 2 steps back. 10:41 to go. Lander 13-0. Here's the snap, the hold, the kick. It's up, it's high enough, it's long enough. It is good. And the Tigers take a 14-0 lead.
Yeah, that was a good drive by the Tigers. They had a little bit of an issue on the running game, but the exact opposite of the pass possession. The passing game was on point. Stauffenberg was making good reads, had a good pump fake on that touchdown pass, hitting people right in the numbers and doing a great job of putting those passes right where they need to be.
And Weaver on that catch for 12 yards. That was his first catch of the evening. And, of course, he now has one touchdown to his credit, as does Stauffenberg. And the Lander quarterback has thrown the ball 4 times, completed 3 for 76 yards and a touchdown. You mentioned the Tigers' passing game is on top of its game, and boy, those statistics bear that out.
You know, we weren't sure how it was going to go. Last year, the Tigers had a primarily 2-back set offense with the running prowess of the players they had last year. This year, they decided to go with a spread offense. You think, okay, spread, more receivers set out wide. It's going to be more of an air attack. But we saw in the scrimmage against Pinedale, it was mostly a run game. I think there was maybe a total of 5 to 10 passing attempts that entire scrimmage by both the varsity and the JV squads. So far, the passing attack is working for the Tigers. Stauffenberg is on point, looking good.
Thanks to our sponsors, including Bailey Tire and Auto Service, Central Wyoming College, the Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming, Edward Jones, John Shade, and Fremont County Prevention Organization. Weaver to tee it up at the 40-yard line. Deep back for Green River, we have Christian Lee is back there, and also Luis Batista. So here comes Weaver approaching the ball. There's the snap. Oh, a high kick into the end zone. It's not down, and it will be a touchback. A touchback. And, that was one thing, Josh, that Coach Scott was talking about is that's a great offensive play for the Tigers, or defensive play, because it doesn't allow a run back, and it sticks the opponent back at the 20.
Well, then you saw too. I'm not sure. I'll have to double check the rule book, but I think it was an automatic touchback if it goes in the end zone in high school. Whereas if that were college or pros, that receiver would have had the option to take it out.
Lake comes back out. He's got one man, Batista, split out wide to the left side. One man in the slot, under center. Now a man in motion to the right side. Here's the handoff. Goes to Miller. Miller's got some daylight. He powers his way up to the 25, 26-yard line, and he's going to be down at the 27.
Miller had a huge hole. Looks like there's a flag on there. That might be the reason why there was a hole just right of center.
That could be. So let's see. And one of the Tigers lost his mouthpiece. And coming back over to collect that, I think, was Cody Cunningham. Cody had quite the cheering section here last week, didn't he, Josh?
He had, I think it was the entire student section that was yelling his name the entire scrimmage.
Okay, Coach Scott was talking with one of the officials who told him to go back to the sideline. We haven't had an indication from the umpire yet, and here he comes now, so we'll see. Well, they're still talking it over, whoever you are. Josh.
He almost called me Cody again.
I almost called you Cody again.
That's all right. That's all right.
Well, it's a penalty against Lander, and that will be the first penalty. And here's the personal foul against the no, it's a double foul?
Looks like offsetting personal fouls possibly. It might be.
Well, if it's offsetting, they would go back to the 20-yard line.
That's true.
So they indicated that there were penalties on both teams, but they moved the ball back to the 14, so that's against Green River. So the penalty goes from the 20 to the Green River, and that is a 9-yard penalty. Okay.
That's interesting.
It is interesting. Second down, 14 yards to go. There's the snap. Lake unloads all the way down the field. Incomplete. Overthrowing his receiver that time, who was Dylan Taylor.
Taylor got a step on the defensive back. Had that pass been on point, he was gone.
Yeah, that was just amazing on the penalty there. So it'll be second down and 14 yards, or third down, 14 yards to go. Well, that's really weird on that penalty. They called one against Lander and one against Riverton. There might have been one against Green River. There might have been one after the play that time, Josh.
Yeah, possibly.
Okay, in at quarterback is Jacob Shive. There's the handoff. Goes to the second man through. He's got some running room back up to the original line of scrimmage. And carrying that football, I didn't catch his number. Let me see if we can pull it out right here. And it's 45. So that is Alex Atkinson with the carry. And he gets he gets 6 yards on the play.
That was a good tackle by the linebacker of the Tigers, able to recover, get in front of him again, bring him down to prevent him from getting the first down.
And we have Connor Todd back to punt the ball. And now we have 2 players. Green River was short a couple of players. And they're going to be charged a penalty. They're going to have the ball marked back 5 yards. That's Green River's second penalty of the game for 19 yards. And instead, they will punt now from the 16-yard line. Oh, there's a very high punt, almost over his head. There's a short punt. It bounces at the 36-yard line. It's going to roll to midfield, and it's going to be down at the 47-yard line of Lander. No return on that play, so Lander takes over at their own 47-yard line. Good field position, but another piece of laundry out on the turf.
These last few plays, there have been all sorts of flags. A couple of them where it looked like it was offsetting penalties called that went against Green River, and I've seen flags for too many players on the field, but not enough players on the field.
They picked the flag up. Let's see what the umpire has to say here. And it's a hold call against Lander. So that will move the ball back 10 yards. First penalty of the afternoon against the Tigers. So that will be, let's see. Let's get the penalty sheet out here.
At least the first one that counted for yardage.
Well, yeah, it's going to be 29 yards in penalties. Fourth one against the Tigers. And Green River has had one for 4 yards. Okay, so the Tigers take over 1st and 10, hash mark on the far side. They were at their own 36-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go. There's the handoff. Goes to Matisse. Matisse straight ahead to the 40-yard line. He'll get 3 on the carry. Matisse Weaver gets 3 yards. And he now has 20 yards, Josh, on 5 carries.
Matisse taking it just straight up the gut. There's initially a hole there that he could wiggle through to get into the linebacking core of the Wolves. It closed up pretty quickly. They're able to shut that gap down.
9:10 to go here. First half of play. Tigers 14, Green River nothing on our Tigers scoreboard. Instructions being shouted out to Stauffenberg. Now there's the hand signals from Coach John Scott. We've got 2 men in the backfield, one on either side of Stauffenberg. Wide receivers split each side. Handoff goes to Weaver. Weaver on the right side. Found some running room, and he goes up close to the 45-yard line. Stays in bounds. And coming up that time on the stop for Green River, I believe that was Connor Todd.
That was a pop from Connor Todd. Even with my headphones on, I heard that one from here. I knew it was a good hit as soon as the Green River players on their sideline started jumping up and down, hooting and hollering. Nothing like getting that first big stick of the season.
4-yard gain by Matisse Weaver. Hash mark far side. Clock moving at 8:10 to go. First period. Here comes the signal in from Coach Scott to Brandon Stauffenberg. They're back in that pistol formation again. 2 wide receivers split out wide right. There's a pass down court to Weaver. Weaver's got it. First down across midfield down to the 45-yard line. And on that last play, Josh, the Lander Tigers cross midfield. And AARP Wyoming wants to remind you good things happen after 50. To see what's going on for folks over 50 in Wyoming, check out AARP Wyoming's Facebook page.
Another good timing route from Stauffenberg to Weaver. Weaver was able to beat the defensive back Skylar Lee, put it right in his chest. First down for the Tigers.
And that is 86 yards in passing now for the Tigers. And there's a run straight up the middle. That doesn't go very far. Larvey carried the ball, and he goes down to the, it's going to be a 2-yard gain on the play by Larvey down to the 44-yard line. Okay, so 2 yards by Larvey on the play. He has 17 yards now on 3 carries. Football smack dab in the middle of the field, the turf field here at Bill Busch Stadium. Handoff is faked. Stauffenberg rolls to his left. Pass downfield is caught. All the way downfield. Cuppapalo at the 10, down to the 8-yard line. 1st and 10 Tigers.
That was probably the best fake I've seen in a high school game in a long time. Every single defensive player in the front 7 of the Wolves bit on that fake. They thought for sure the running back had it. Stauffenberg rolls out, finds Covapalo in the slot. He's wide open, yardage to go. 1st and goal for the Tigers, looking to extend this lead to 3 scores.
37-yard gain on that pass play for the 1st down for the Tigers. Tigers are down inside the 10 at the 7. In the shotgun, Stauffenberg hands off. Now he fakes it. He's caught. He's dropped for a big loss behind the line of scrimmage. The fake didn't go as well as shooting the gap and getting in there for the Green River Wolves is 20-something. I can't see his number. He's blocked out right now. 21, is that who that was? I think, no, it wasn't 21. I think it was Dylan Taylor, 24.
Yeah, it might have been Dylan Taylor. You know, we were talking about they bit on the fake last time. That time
they didn't.
They were not surprised on that one. I think that's the first time I've seen Stauffenberg roll out, and he ended up getting caught in the backfield.
Loss of 2 on the play. 2nd and goal from the 9-yard line. Even 6 minutes to go. First half, Lander 14 and Green River nothing. Here's the snap, rolling out to his right side. Stauffenberg, he stops, decides to run. He's got the right side. He's at the 10, throws it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers to Brown. Jonah Brown gets it. And I think Stauffenberg was beyond the line of scrimmage when he threw that one, Josh. That's going to be penalty against Lander.
Man, it looked so close. And you saw, we saw the side judge and the ref looking at it. I thought maybe he had 1 foot behind the line, but it looks like they're going to say he was past the line. That will negate
he was
that
past
touchdown.
the line by 2 yards, according to the official. So the penalty moves the ball back now 5 yards. That's the 34th yard in penalty by the Tigers. And that moves the ball now backwards from the 9 to the 13-yard line.
They're going to be at the 18-yard
line.
line.
I'm sorry, the 18-yard line.
And it's
on
lost
the penalty. A
lost
10-yard
down
penalty
as well.
So it is 3rd down now for the Tigers as they lose the down. 3rd down and goal from the 18-yard line. Okay, Stauffenberg again in the pistol. There's the snap, low snap. Throws it toward the end zone. It's tipped and intercepted. Intercepted downfield by Connor Todd, and he's brought down at the 11-yard line. 1st and 10, Green River. Well, that time the pass was almost there, but Todd was right in the line of fire and intercepted.
They're looking for that timing route to the slot receiver. Unfortunately, Stauffenberg saw him too late. He threw it too late in the break. His eyes were set on that receiver the entire time. I could see the defensive back for the Wolves saw that, keyed in on it, and he just jumped the route.
12 yards, or the football's at the 12-yard line, 5:24 to go. Splitting out wide to the right side is Dylan Taylor. On the near side, we have Louis Batista. And Lake is going to call a timeout. So Green River takes a timeout on the field, 5:24 to go. Tigers 14, Wolves 0.
This is going up all over. Food prices, fuel prices, tires, oils, you name it. But there's one thing that hasn't gone up. WRTA bus lines will still get you where you need to go in Fremont County for the same low price they've always had. Just $1 one way. How can you beat that? See WRTAbuslines.com for the new fall route schedule. Save hundreds of dollars every month. And use the WRTA to travel to and from the Riverton Airport. See WRTAbuslines.com for details. And remember, don't drink and drive, wear your seatbelts, and keep all 4 wheels on the road.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
The Maven B Series are elite line.
Okay, back again at Bill Bush Stadium. Tigers leading 14-0. It's a first down, 10 yards to go for the Green River Wolves. They've got the ball at the Lander 12-yard line. Same formation. Taylor spread out wide to one side, and Shive wide out to the other side. And there's the handoff. Goes to Miller. Miller's got a lot of running room, and he powers his way up near the 20-yard line. And it'll be a nice gainer on the play for Miller. And it goes from the, let's see, where are we at here? Did we lose my headset?
Nope, you're still good.
I'm still good? Okay, I'm not hearing myself here.
You're good.
Okay, a flag on the play, and it's against Green River. So that's going to be wipe off that nice run.
Yeah, it looked like it almost the man in motion for the Wolves. He looked like he was going out from the backfield to the slot receiver. He kind of hesitated and then took off as if he thought he was jumped off sides or it was a false start. But it looked like that may have been what the issue was. Looks like we've got another stoppage here called by the side judge.
And that is the, let's turn that down a little bit, the third penalty for 14 yards against Green River. They had a 4-yard penalty, a 5-yard penalty, and now another 5-yard penalty, and that moves the ball back for the Green River Wolves, and that moves them back on the penalty back to the 7-yard line. So there's where they're at with the penalty. It's going to be first down and 15 yards to go. We're at 4:38. Not sure what the delay is here.
Oh, they had to put some time back on the clock.
Oh, that's what they were doing. Okay. Thank you, Josh. Glad you're keeping track of that. 5:20 to go here. Maybe they're at 5:12. Now they took 8 seconds off the clock. All right. Okay, 5:12 to go. First and 15. Lake under center. One man in motion. Here's the handoff. Goes to Miller. It's just a yard or two. Up to the 10-yard line, maybe the 11. They're going to give him the 11, so it's going to be a gain on the play of 4 yards. And that goes to Miller. He's a pretty good ball carrier so far. Has a total of 35 yards on 6 carries.
That was good interior pressure by the defensive line of the Tigers. Looks like we might have somebody that got a little shaken up there on the play.
Yeah, and coming out of the game is Covapalo. And coming in to replace him is Carlito Gonzalez. So the clock is moving again. 4:46 to go here, first period. It's second down, 11 to go for the Green River Wolves. They're at they're at their own 11-yard line. Wide receivers split out on each side. One man in the backfield, one man in the slot. Under center is Lake. Handoff goes to fakes his handoff. He's going to pass it downfield, overthrows his receiver, passes incomplete, and it stops the clock. Intended that time for Alex Atkinson. He's had the ball a couple of times in the game, but that one was just overthrown, so they will have a third down on 11 yards to go now. I almost called you Cody again. Josh.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
We'll get there, yeah.
You know, that was a good play. It's a good fake. Green River has done a lot of rushing. They decided to go with the play action. Atkinson was open in the flat there. Unfortunately, it was thrown just a little bit too high for him.
All right, it is third down, 11 yards to go. Tiger defense looks to stiffen here. And we have a illegal procedure, man in motion beforehand. So a false start, and that's going to be another penalty against Green River. And that will be their fourth penalty for 19 yards in the game, and that moves them back to the 11-yard line. So they're down at not the 11, they're down at the 6-yard line on the penalty. Third down, 15 yards to go. Lake rolling to his right, throws the ball downfield. It's intercepted by the Tigers. Brendan Stauffenberg gets it at the 33-yard line. He returns out of bounds near the 20-yard line. Stauffenberg with the INT, and that was just a poorly thrown ball that the Tigers took advantage of.
You know, I think Stauffenberg was trying to make up for that interception that he threw. What better way to do that than get an interception of your own on the other side of the ball?
And they call him out of bounds at the 25-yard line. So the Tigers starting in excellent field position at the 25-yard line. 4 minutes, 11 seconds to go here in the first half of play. Stauffenberg getting the call from Coach John Scott, who's doing the hand signals on the near sideline. Signal is in. Stauffenberg goes in the shotgun formation. Larvey is right alongside of him in the backfield. Here's the pass play, and it bounces down. There was a huge rush that time, Josh, by Green River, and Stauffenberg just dumped it on the ground.
You know, that was a big rush near side. He sensed the pressure, and he knew that was going to be his only way to keep the ball in their possession without doing a risky throw or possibly taking the sack. Good decision.
5 of 7 in the air for Stauffenberg, 86 yards. So it is now second down, 10 yards to go at the Green River 25. Same formation, and we have a false start on the far side by the Tigers' Bodie Moffitt. He jumped a little bit there, and the Tigers are going to be marched back 5 yards. There'll be 39 yards in penalties now for the Tigers. That is their 6th penalty of the game. Okay, so we're back at the 30-yard line on the penalty. 4 minutes, 8 seconds to go until halftime. Same play formation for the Tigers. The call comes in, and we're going to have a timeout, Lander. Timeout, Lander, leading 14-0. 4:08 to go till halftime.
Superior low-light performance, tack-sharp edge-to-edge clarity, generous depth of field, silky focus mechanism, built handled elements, state-of-the-art technology, and an uncompromising optic.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at Du Bois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Ever wonder why so many babies are delivered at Hot Springs Health in Thermopolis? Could it be the exceptional prenatal care offered by our providers? Or our convenient family practice clinics located in Thermopolis, Warland?
Okay, you're listening to Lander Tiger football on KFCW 93.1 in Riverton. 4 minutes, 8 seconds to go. 14-0 Tigers. They've got the ball 2nd and 15. Back to pass, Stauffenberg. Long pass down court. Downfield is too long. That time, Coppovallo was the intended receiver, just a little out of his reach.
It looked like that Stauffenberg was trying to get rid of the ball. He sensed the pressure coming. Got a little bit hurried there to get rid of it. Coppovallo was coming across to show him that he was open. Unfortunately, it led him just a little bit too far. As big as Coppovallo is, he doesn't quite have arms that long.
Boy, here's a great score from Fremont County with 3:50 to go in the third period. Shoshone 26 and Southeast 7. That game is at Shoshone. Thank you, Leanne Sanderson. Back to pass is Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg rolls to his right. Long pass downfield into the end zone. Knocked away at the last moment. Great defensive play that time by Dylan Taylor, as Matisse Weaver was the intended receiver that time. And I tell you what, Taylor was right there and knocked it away, or that would have been 6.
It's a good thing Taylor, instead of trying to wrap his arms around the receiver, just stuck him out wide. Spread eagle, because that definitely would have been a penalty for pass interference. He was not even looking at the ball at all.
But he got his hands up, knocked it away. Stops the clock, 3:55 to go. First half of play, Lander 14, Green River nothing on our Tigers scoreboard. It's a 4th down play, and the Tigers are going to go for it. They've got nothing to lose at this point with the lead. Back to pass. Stauffenberg rolls to his right-hand side, looking downfield. There's the pass. It is knocked away. Beautiful defensive move that time by Skylar Lee, as Gwynna had it in his hand, and Lee hit him from behind and knocked the ball loose, so it'll be a turnover, and Green River is going to get the ball in their own field at the 30-yard line. First down and 10, Wolves.
Good pressure by Skylar Lee. He's able to stay with the receiver there. Good timing on the hit. I mean, if you hit the receiver as he's receiving the ball, either you got to have really strong hands, but you time that hip perfectly, it's going to be nearly impossible for the receiver to catch it.
4 of 7 from the air now by Brennan Stauffenberg. And here we go, Green River, and we have a stoppage of play. The official on the far side has stopped the play for some reason.
Maybe
and
delay a game?
Delay a game, yeah. How about that?
Against the Wolves?
5-yard penalty, and it's, boy, the penalties are marking up here against Green River. 24 yards now in penalties on 5 different penalties, and that moves the ball back to the 25-yard line on the penalty. Still first down. It'll be 1st and 15. 3:47 to go. First period, 14-0 Lander on our Tigers scoreboard. 2 men beside the quarterback, 1 man in the slot. Back to pass is Lake. He unloads a long one, and it is too long and out of bounds. Intended that time for Dylan Taylor. Had a couple of Tigers defending back there, including Kofapalo. And the pass is incomplete, so it is now a 2nd down and 10 yards to go from the 25.
You know, Dylan Taylor, Skylar Lee, they are clearly the 2 tallest players on Green River's team, and they're both quick. They're bigger kids, but they're quick. They're definitely getting the jump off the line against the Tiger defensive backs.
Batista split out wide to the right side. There's the snap. The pitch goes back to Miller, and he is caught. He gets away. He's on the right-hand side, and he breaks 1 tackle, breaks another. 6-yard gain and out of bounds, and a flag comes up right after the play goes out of bounds. Let's wait and see what the call is on that. Miller that time broke a couple of tackles. They had him behind the line of scrimmage. But let's see what the call is. Here comes the umpire moving, and we have what? He still hasn't made the call. Still walking. And we have a dead ball foul, personal foul against the Tigers. So that must have been a late hit.
I'm thinking a late hit or possibly shove somebody on the Green River sideline that was doing a little chippiness. Either one could be the call there, but unfortunately that's going to give the Green River Wolves 1st down near midfield.
Yeah, it's at the 46-yard line. Lake in the shotgun formation, hash mark far side, going back to pass now. Big rush by the Tigers. Lake gets away. He's going to run. He's going to have the 1st down, and he slides down at the 43-yard line.
That is the first time I have seen Lake take the ball, tuck it in, and run. I don't know why he hasn't done that more. That kid is quick. Other than him holding the ball like a bread loaf, you know, unfortunately he's got to work on tucking that in so he doesn't drop it or get it swatted out. But he's mobile, he's got quick feet, good decision, and he's pretty shifty.
1st down and 10 inside the Tigers' 45-yard line down at the 43. First time Green River has been in Lander territory this afternoon. Hash mark near side. Lake under center. 1 man now rolls in motion. Lake hands it off to Miller. Miller takes the wide turn on the right side. He's got a lot of yardage. He's going to have close to the 1st down yardage as he's pushed out of bounds right about the 25-yard line. Let's see where they mark that one, Josh.
Miller, great patience, great vision, looking to see where to go. He had a great block far side by his tall 6'3" senior teammate Dylan Taylor.
And he's got the 1st down. Down at the 33-yard line, 1st down, a 10-yard gain by Miller, Josh.
Great run by Miller. The Green River Wolves are pushing the Tiger defense back, and I would say they have the momentum now.
9th carry for Miller, 45 yards in the ball game. They've had 3 straight 1st downs. Here's the snap. Lake running for his life, rolling to his left side. He's going to take it off and run. He's at the 30. He's at the 24 and out of bounds at the 19-yard line.
And I don't know who that was for the Tigers that was able to get through the line. Unfortunately, the mistake they made was making the first move and diving for Lake. As soon as he did that, he was wide open. Everybody was looking at the receiver. I would say the adjustment Tigers need to make now that we see the mobility of Lake, they need to set somebody in the linebacking core as a spy, keep their eyes on Lake.
4th consecutive 1st down for the Green River Wolves. Lake now has 22 carries or 22 yards in the game. 1st and 10, under center, handoff to Miller, straight up the middle. He's going to get about 5 before he's drugged down about the 13-yard line, maybe the 14. They're going to give him the 14, be a 5-yard gain by Miller, who's really racking up the yards. He has 50 yards now in the game.
Straight up the gut for Miller again. The Green River Wolves, their linemen are putting it to the Tigers right now. They're getting all the pressure, and they are forcing the Tigers back, create those huge lanes.
2nd down, 5 yards to go at the 14-yard line. Hash mark near side, clock at 2:03 till halftime. There's the handoff to Miller. He breaks one, he breaks another, touchdown, and the ball comes loose, but he crossed the line first. Touchdown, Green River at the 1:53 mark.
Green River Wolves get on the board for the first time in 2021 campaign. That was a great run by Miller. Great little juke sidestep movement there on the linebacker. Unfortunately, he bit the fake one way. Miller went right around him and was able to dive in for the touchdown.
Well, it looks like they're going to go for the extra point, but they don't have the tee out there, so it's going to be right off the grass. And kicking the extra point attempt is Abner Ibarra. There's the snap, the kick, it's blocked. Kick is blocked right up the center. Great penetration by the Tigers.
I saw 3 Tiger defenders get through the line there for that block on the extra point, and it looks like we've got a Tiger player that is, looks like maybe something wrong with his arm there. Looks like it's Jace LeClaire.
Yeah, Jace LeClaire was holding his arm.
But great pressure. Another special teams play for the Tigers.
Shoshone and Riverton. Maybe it's our new OB Suites with large jetted tub, or maybe it's the place where you know you can find all of this and more.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
In any sport.
Back again at Bill Bush Stadium, 1:53 to go until halftime. Green River has scratched the scoreboard for the first time. Now 14-6. Lander with the lead, the 8-point lead after the missed field goal attempt that was blocked. Kicking it off is going to be Alex McInninan. And deep back for the Tigers, we have got Gwynna and Brown. They're back at the 7 to 10 yard line. And McKinnon ready to kick off from the 40-yard line. Sun starting to get close to the horizon there. A lot of shadows on the field here. There's the kick, and it's a high end over ender, and it's going to go down to Brown at the 5-yard line. He makes a cut to the right and to the left. He breaks one tackle, breaks another. He's got some running room. He's pulled down at the 47-yard line. That is a great run by Brown for the Tigers. Sets up the Tigers in good field position.
Just when Green River was starting to get the momentum on that turnover on downs, a stop on 4th down, they go down, get a touchdown late in the second quarter. Tigers special teams with the block on the PAT, and now the great return. Tigers are trying to score here before halftime.
42-yard return that time by Brown. That was Jonah, a senior, 5'9", 160. He just found the seam on the right-hand side. Okay, Stauffenberg, the quarterback. Hash mark near side. They're in the pistol. Gwynna in motion to the right side. Here's the snap. Handoff to Matisse Weaver. Weaver finds the running room, and he gets upfield across the 50-yard line to about the 47. And on that last play, the Lander Tigers crossed midfield. And AARP Wyoming wants to remind you good things happen after 50. To see what is going on for folks over 50 in Wyoming, check out AARP Wyoming's Facebook page.
That's the first time since the first quarter that I've seen the Tiger offensive line create a lane for either tailback to get him good yardage on 1st down.
30 yards in carries now. by Matisse Weaver. There he goes again. He's across the 45 down to the 43-yard line. It'll be a first down for the Tigers.
Setting up in that shotgun formation, the running back to his side, just doing a simple draw play for good yardage for the Tigers and the first down.
Now at the 43-yard line, first down, 10 yards to go. In the shotgun, one man in the backfield. There's the snap, back to pass. There's a long pass in the middle. It's caught by Gwynna down at the 31-yard line.
I got faked out a little bit. The shadows on there, and the reaction looked like it got swatted down at the line of scrimmage, but Gwynna able to get the catch. Another first down. Tigers are driving. 52 seconds left in the half.
97 yards on the passing by Stauffenberg and 35 yards in receptions by Gwynna. Football in the middle of the field, 40 seconds to go. Clock running, first half. Lander 14, Green River 6. There's the snap back, a long pass downfield. Open is Weaver, and it's just out of his hands, just out of his reach. And it'll be a second down and 10.
Man, that was a great route by Weaver. Looked like it was a post flag route. Initially faked for the post in the middle of the field. The defensive back bit on the fake. Then he switched his direction to go towards the flag in the corner. Unfortunately, Stauffenberg, a little too much air underneath it.
Yeah, and just missed the fingertips of Weaver. So it's second down, 10 yards to go at the 31-yard line. In the shotgun, Weaver calls for the football. There it is, back to pass. He's got a man downfield, and it's caught by Gwynna. Gwynna at the 12-yard line, first and 10 Tigers.
Tigers first and 10 in the red zone, 26 seconds left in the half, 2 timeouts. They can't get hurried too much here. They've got plenty of time. Looks like they're going to go ahead and take one of those timeouts.
19-yard pass play, and for Gwynna, that is 54 yards in pass receptions for the Tigers.
Sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores.
Okay, back again. First down, 10 yards to go at the 13-yard line. Lander with 24 seconds to go in the first half. Stauffenberg moves under center this time. Wide receivers split on each side. Rolling to his right side. Stauffenberg throws incomplete. It was at the feet of Gwynna, and there was no chance to get that one as there was excellent coverage by Jacob Shivey.
You know, Stauffenberg tried to throw that little sidearm pass. I don't know if he was trying to force it into Gwynna there or was trying to think more clock management, just put it to the turf. He had about 5 yards in front of him. He may have been able to scoop forward. I don't think he could have scored, but he may have been looking at clock management to just throw it in the turf.
Yeah, it could have been. 20 seconds to go here, first half. Lander leads 14-6 on our Tigers scoreboard. Stauffenberg back behind the line of scrimmage now. Shotgun formation. He moves up a couple steps, now moves back. Weaver right to his right. Back to pass. 2-step back. Pass in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! And on that reception is that Gwynna?
It looks like it, yep.
Yeah, no, that's 27. That's Gabe Harris. Gabe Harris for the touchdown. And the Tigers get that, so it's in the second period with 16 seconds to go. Pass to Harris, and now Weaver will be in there for the PAT. Lander goes up 20-6 with 16 seconds to go. Here's the snap, the kick, whistle blows before the snap, and we have what? Penalty? I didn't see a flag.
I don't know.
The official's pointing at the Lander bench.
A sideline warning or something?
Well, he's sending Stauffenberg off the field. I'm not sure what this is all about, and Gwynna comes in. Maybe he has an injury. He's got some blood on his lip.
Oh, there you go.
All right, so the official spotted the blood on the lip, and trainers are going to go take care of him now. The Lander Tiger trainer coming over to do that, Paige Nolan. Okay, here's the PAT attempt. It's going to come from the 9-yard line. 16 seconds to go in the half. There's the kick, the snap, it's up, it's high enough, and it is good. And the Lander Tigers take a 21-6 lead with 16 seconds to go in the first half of play.
You know, that was a good route. I don't know if it was line adjustment and coverage for Stauffenberg. The way he stepped up there before that play, it may have been an adjustment that he saw the coverage coming in, possibly where the blitz was coming in. But the receiver went in. He just sat right in the middle. He found the hole in the zone of the goal line defense of the Wolves, presented himself, showed Stauffenberg he was open, rifled it in there right into his chest. Tigers score before halftime, get some momentum, increasing that lead back up to 15 points.
And this game brought to you by the Fremont County Prevention Organization, Gotchi Rehabilitation Center in Thermopolis and Shoshone, Gunners Automotive, Hampton Inn, High Plains Power, Lander Medical Clinic, Mama's Kitchen, Maven Outdoors, Storks Auto Body, Teton Therapy, Sutherland's Home Improvement Center, WYDOT, the Wyoming 4x4, and Wyoming.com. Thank you very much to our sponsors. 16 seconds to go. Lander 21, Green River 6 on our Tiger scoreboard. And Matisse Weaver getting ready to kick it off. And this game is just about what we thought it was going to be, Josh.
You know, it looked like the Tigers definitely had the momentum in the beginning. They're in the second quarter after the interception by the Wolves. They got it back, and now with the score before halftime, Tigers looking to keep that momentum going into the second half. 2
men deep. We have Dylan Taylor and Bracken Miller. Here's the kick by Matisse Weaver. It's up, it's high enough, it's long enough, and it almost went through the goalpost. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line for Green River. Boy, that is a heck of a weapon when you can have a kid that kicks it through the end zone every time.
And he makes it look pretty much effortless at that point. He's definitely got a good leg, but I mean, he's also got some great legs for running the ball as well.
Just a little bit of breeze blowing from the southwest. The Lander Tiger flag out in the outfield there is just wavering a little bit. The American flag and the Wyoming flag are not moving much at all. So here comes Green River. First down, 10 yards to go, 16 seconds. They're at their own 20-yard line. Lake is back, 2 men in the backfield, 1 man in motion. There's the long snap. Back to passes Lake. Lake, long pass downfield, and it is caught. Caught at the 40 at midfield, inside Lander territory at the 48. A long pass, first down for Green River.
You know what? We've seen him run that play several times and hasn't been able to connect, whether it was to Skyler Lee or Dylan Taylor. I believe Taylor was the receiver on that one, and they're able to connect it. They tee it up. They see that those receivers are significantly taller. Just throw it up for him and let him go grab it.
8 seconds to go. This could be the last play of the half. Back to passes Lake. Lake changes direction. He runs up the middle. He's got the first down, and he's pulled down at the 32-yard line. And there's a stoppage on the play with 2 seconds to go.
That was a good decision by Lake. He saw that his receivers were covered. We've seen his mobility a couple times, and now that time he saw that everybody was dropping back in coverage to prevent the home run ball. He decides, I'll go ahead and move forward a little bit, make that Hail Mary pass a little bit shorter, and he was brought down from behind and quick timeout by the Green River Wolves 2 seconds left. We'll see if they can chuck it up for a score at the buzzer.
I tell you what, 72 yards rushing so far by Caleb Lake, the quarterback for Green River. And that was a good decision for another reason. It got the ball a lot closer to the end zone. It's at the 32. If he had thrown another interception, they would have been stuck back at the 48-yard line. So good heads-up play by the quarterback for Green River.
Good heads-up play, good decision-making, and, again, you got to worry about not only about clock management as you work on your less than 1 minute offense, but also keeping possession of the ball.
Well, they're going to go for the end zone here with just 2 seconds to go in the first half. Lake is back in shotgun formation, one man behind him. There's the snap. Long pass into the end zone, and it's caught at the 2-yard line and out of bounds, but that's the end of the half. And that was Dylan Taylor. Dylan Taylor fought off the Lander Tigers' Jace LeClaire that time. No flag on the play, and the play goes a 30-yard play down to the 2-yard line, and that's the halftime. And the halftime score, Lander 21, Green River 6.
You'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
Welcome back, Lander Tigers, and welcome back, high school football fans. After a long summer, it's great to be back to Fremont County Sports. Hi, I'm John with Teton Therapy. At Teton Therapy, getting you back out there is what we're all about. We treat everything from back and shoulder pain to brain injuries and strokes, and we get you back to living pain-free. Live your life without pain. Go to TetonTherapyPC.com to book your free consultation today.
Prices are going up all over. Food prices, fuel prices, tires, oils, you name it. But there's one thing that hasn't gone up. WRTA bus lines will still get you where you need to go in Fremont County for the same low price they've always had. Just $1 one way. How can you beat that? See WRTAbuslines.com for the new fall route schedule. Save hundreds of dollars every month. And use the WRTA to travel to and from the Riverton Airport. See WRTAbuslines.com for details. And remember, don't drink and drive, wear your seatbelts, and keep all 4 wheels on the road.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
The Maven B Series, our elite line of premium optics. Superior low-light performance, tack-sharp edge-to-edge clarity, generous depth of field, silky focus mechanism, built-handled elements, state-of-the-art technology, and an uncompromising optic.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Back again at Bill Bush Stadium in Lander. We're at halftime, and our halftime program features some statistics, and let's take a look at those right now. And this is going to be pretty surprising, Josh. Total offense for the first half, Green River 168 and Lander 163. Green River, of course, Lander was working mostly on the short side of the field, so that's why their yardage isn't as high. But the Tigers have had 3 touchdowns, and the Green River Wolves only 2. So the Lander Tigers had 17 rushes in the play for a total of 47 yards on the ground. The Green River Wolves had, let's see, I didn't count these up. We have 3, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 rushes for 136 yards and 2 pass completions for 32. That's 168 yards unofficially for Green River. And the Tigers, Stauffenberg, 8 of 14 for 116 yards and 2 touchdowns and a total of 163 yards total offense.
You know, and we saw for the rushes there, for Green River, it looks like the students are having a little sprint there to see who's fastest.
Yeah.
The first quarter, it was Miller that had the predominant amount of carries. He was able to go inside. And then there, about the second half of the second quarter, and then going into halftime, you saw Lake use his mobility, which we weren't sure if that was in there or not. I don't remember Lake playing last year for Green River. That may be something that he's always had. But as soon as he figured out that, you know, I'm significantly quicker than these guys, might want to use that to my advantage, and he's used that with good decision making after the interception that he threw to his quarterback counterpart Stauffenberg, making a little bit better decisions, deciding to tuck it and run when his receivers are covered for some great yardage.
Well, here's a little bit of a surprise, Josh. We have a final score, courtesy of Leanne Sanderson at Shoshone. The Shoshone Wranglers 40 and the Southeast Cyclones 7. 40-7, the Wranglers with a big victory today in Shoshone over Southeast. Last we heard from Cody Beers in Riverton, it was, well, we don't have a score from him yet. So maybe we'll get a score here pretty soon. They started a half an hour after we did. So their game is still in progress, probably in the second half. Individually, Stauffenberg had 1 rush for -2 yards. Larvey had 3 rushes for 17 yards. Weaver had 7 rushes for 30 yards. Harrison Glick did not have a carry. In the passing department, Stauffenberg was 8 of 14 for 116 yards. Tissaguino had 4 catches for 54 yards. Brown had 1 catch for 40. Weaver 2 catches for 22. And Copafalo had 1 catch for 37 yards. For the Green River Wolves, Caleb Lake on the ground rushed 7 times for 72 yards. He had a couple of big ones there. He had a 15-yarder and a 38-yarder that bumped up his statistics. Taylor carried once for 38 yards. And let's see, it was 8, 9, 10 carries for Miller for 64 yards. Atkinson carried once for 6. In the passing department, 2 completions for Lake for 32 yards, and Taylor received 30 yards in receiving, and Roberts had the 2 yards. It's halftime, and our score is Lander 21 and Green River 6.
So many babies are delivered at Hot Springs Health in Thermopolis. Could it be the exceptional prenatal care offered by our providers? Or our convenient family practice clinics located in Thermopolis, Worland, Basin, Shoshone, and Riverton. Maybe it's our new OB suites with large jetted tub, or maybe it's the place where you know you can find all of this and more.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
In any sport, athletes face the chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
Welcome back, Lander Tigers, and welcome back, high school football fans. After a long summer, it's great to be back to Fremont County Sports. Hi, I'm John with Teton Therapy. At Teton Therapy, getting you back out there is what we're all about. We treat everything from back and shoulder pain to brain injuries and strokes, and we get you back to living pain-free. Live your life without pain. Go to TetonTherapyPC.com to book your free consultation today.
Welcome back to Bill Bush Memorial Stadium. Josh Hendry here with Ernie Overs. We are at halftime between the Tigers and the Wolves. Tigers ahead 21-6 on the Tiger scoreboard. Looking at some other games going on in the state of Wyoming, we will look at some of the games in Fremont County. First off, those of you that are checking in this game might be interested in the Riverton game. Could be against Riverton, depending on where you sit there. Looks like number 2 Cody is beating Riverton in the first quarter 7-0. Also in Class 3A in the first quarter, no score reported yet between Worland and number 3 Powell. Again, the Thermopolis at Tongue River game was canceled due to COVID issues in Thermopolis. Apparently they've been shut down for 2 weeks. Because of cases in there. In 4A, okay, here's a score that may blow your mind. Second quarter, number 2 Sheridan is beating Cheyenne South 56-0.
Oh boy, poor Cheyenne South.
That is
second quarter
thrashing. Looks like the big matchup in Class 4A, number 3 ranked Rock Springs going against number 1 Thunder Basin. Halftime, Rock Springs leads 26-10. In the first quarter, got Cheyenne East at Natrona County. No score there. And in the first quarter, Kelly Walsh is beating Cheyenne Central 7-0. And it looks like Wind River...
They won by forfeit today.
They won by forfeit. Yeah, looks like it was canceled in the 1A 9-man. And then you reported the Shoshone Southeast game. And it looks like first quarter, Wyoming Indian at Saratoga. Don't have a score reported there. And in six-man, DuBois starting off this season with a absolute just trouncing. They beat KC 68-7.
Wow. And that was at KC.
That was at KC,
Yeah.
yep. And another score is Hewlett and Burlington 64-58. Hewlett beats Burlington in Class 1A six-man. And for those of you over on the other side of South Pass, if you're tuning in, Farson Eden is beating Guernsey Sunrise the third quarter 65-24. Number 2 ranked Farson Eden over there.
Okay, and Lander Tigers have a 21-6 lead here at Bill Bush Stadium in Lander. We're about 3 minutes away from the kickoff for the second half, and we'll have that right after this.
Prices are going up all over. Food prices, fuel prices, tires, oils, you name it. But there's one thing that hasn't gone up. WRTA bus lines will still get you where you need to go in Fremont County for the same low price they've always had. Just $1 one way. How can you beat that? See WRTAbuslines.com for the new fall route schedule. Save hundreds of dollars every month and use the WRTA to travel to and from the Riverton Airport. See WRTAbuslines.com for details. And remember, don't drink and drive, wear your seatbelts, and keep all 4 wheels on the road.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
The Maven B Series, our elite line of premium optics. Superior low-light performance, tack-sharp edge-to-edge clarity, generous depth of field, silky focus mechanism, built-handled elements, state-of-the-art technology, and an uncompromising optic.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307.
Welcome back to Bill Bush Memorial Stadium. Josh Henninger here with Ernie Over. We are getting ready for the second half between the Lander Tigers, Green River Wolves. Tigers using the predominant air attack to get 3 scores. Stauffenberg, I believe he has 2 touchdowns to Gwynna.
Yeah, one to Gwynna, and the other one went to Brown.
That's right.
Yep.
And then there's a score on the ground as well. And for the Green River Wolves, good running there by Miller as well as Lake, as you've got 2 spread offenses that are kind of using a different approach. And both have been pretty consistent. A couple of turnovers by either side and a whole host of penalties there in the second quarter. I know it's first game of the season, just a little bit of procedure things, getting a little chippy there. Hopefully they can clean it up a little bit, and we'll get ready here for the second half.
Lander had 6 penalties for 39 yards in the first half, and the Green River Wolves had 5 penalties for 24 yards. And Lander will receive the kickoff. They deferred. They won the toss and deferred, and lead in this game 21-6. And Josh, the sun has set behind the Wind Rivers.
The sun has set, and now I can clearly see those black numbers on those Kelly green jerseys with the white trim for the Tigers. So hopefully I'll be able to do a little bit better of calling some players out that made good plays. You know, it had sunglasses on, but between the sun shining in my face, trying to see those dark numbers with the glare, it's hard.
Well, we have Tissa Gwynno back along with Jonah Brown for the Tigers. Weaver is up about the 15 to 17 yard line, and we also have Bodie Moffitt there to receive for the Tigers. Kicking off for Green River to start the second half is Abner Ibarra. There is the kick. It's a long one. It's going to go down to Brown at the 5-yard line. He makes a cut to the right-hand side, breaks one tackle. He's collared up and down at the 22. Nice return, 17 yards by Brown to start the second half of play, and the Lander Tigers have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 17.
That first return for Brown that went a little over 30 yards, he had good blocking by the Gunners on the near side. This time it didn't quite get the block. They had overloaded that near side, it looked like, on the return. Green River did, and they were able to shut the gaps there. Jace LeClaire just barely missing that block.
Okay, the Tigers come out. Under center is Brandon Stauffenberg, one man in the backfield, 2 receivers split wide. There's the handoff, goes to Matisse Weaver. He's caught behind the line of scrimmage. Great penetration that time by Green River's Jeremiah Salmo.
Salmo came in, it looked like he wasn't even touched. As soon as the Tiger running back had the ball, he was right there. He tried to do a little shake and bake to get around him. Salmo did good, kept his presence, settled down, and was able to get the good form tackle.
Loss of 12 on the play, and the Tigers are now at the 15-yard line. Here's a handoff, goes straight up the middle. Matisse Weaver has it again across the 20, back up close to the original line of scrimmage, and it'll be 3rd down for the Tigers.
Another tall player on defense for the Tigers. Looks like that is Jackson Mitchell, another player that's listed 6 foot plus. The junior getting up, getting a good form tackle. I'm seeing a lot of good tackles by the Green River Wolves, just straight fundamental tackling.
8 yards on that last play by Weaver. 3rd down, 10 yards to go for the Tigers. Hash mark on the near side. Wind picking up now. It's coming in from the northeast. And Stauffenberg is in the shotgun formation. Makes one step back, throws to Gwinna. It's caught. It'll be short of the 1st down, just across the 25. And Green River had that one smelled out just right, Josh.
Gwinna was open in the flat, but again, he had two defenders there that, I was talking about, just good fundamental defense. Salmo was there. He saw that he had the weak side help as well towards the sideline. They both broke down, and they let Gwinna make the first move. They weren't trying to jump his reaction and over pursue. Kept him from getting a 1st down.
First punt of the afternoon for the Lander Valley Tigers, and Matisse Weaver is back in punt formation. And we've got, looks like for Green River, Dylan Taylor is back to receive that punt. There's the snap, the kick. Oh, it's a nice beauty. It's going to go out of bounds. No, it bounces at the 40-yard line, and it's down right there. So that's where Green River will have it. 1st down and 10 yards to go at their own 40-yard line. Not bad field position for Green River.
That was a good punt, good a spiraling punt, and unfortunately, instead of rolling down towards the end zone, he hit a little 9-iron, and it checked up right there. Had he been a little bit closer to the end zone, that would have been a great kick to stuff Green River deep in their own side of the field. But we'll see if they can come out with their first possession of the second half, get some momentum.
As you hear in the background, the wind has definitely picked up. Lake is under center at the 40-yard line. One man in motion. There's the handoff, goes to Miller. Miller cuts back past the line of scrimmage, about 4 yards on the carry up to the 44-yard line.
The Tiger defense they saw in the first half, that there's a couple times where Miller was able to use that big frame of his, the thick tree trunk type legs to shove off some of the tackles. Instead of trying to bring him down, they kind of just forced him, corralled him over to the sideline so he didn't get more yardage than what he already had.
They're going to give him to the 45, so it's a 5-yard gain for Miller. Clock moving, 9 minutes to go. 3rd period, 21-6 Lander. As Green River has come to life here in the late period of the first half, and now let's see what they do. There's the handoff again to Miller. Oh, he's caught in the backfield and dropped. He gets away down to the 50-yard line, and it's going to be very close to a 1st down. Boy, I thought they had him in the backfield that time, but boy, he got away.
It looked like there was a couple Tigers that were back there. I don't know if they tried to do a little bit of an arm tackle that he's able to kind of shove it off and keep going, or maybe it was trying to do shoestring tackle was able to step out of it. Looks like he was able to get just enough yardage. That's going to be a Green River first down right at midfield.
Now 73 yards on the ground by Miller unofficially. Clock moving or clock stopped right now since the play went out of bounds. It's at 8 minutes, 39 seconds to go. Dylan Taylor split out wide to the near side. One man in motion. There's the handoff to Miller. Caught at the line of scrimmage, but he gets away again. But only about 2 or 3 yards this time before the Tiger D brings him down.
That defensive end on the near side for the Tigers, he got good pressure. He read it right. He got into the backfield, but unfortunately, Miller is stout. He's a big kid. You're not going to be able to just do a little glancing blow. You're going to have to cross-face him up, stick him, be in front of him, and drive him backwards. You're not going to be able to try and trip him up or wrap him up with a little tag grab.
2-yard gain to the 48-yard line, far side of the field. Lights are on here at Bill Bush Stadium. 7:58 to go, third period. Lander with a 2-touchdown advantage. Lake in the shotgun. Back to pass. Long pass on the near side is knocked away. Nice attempt that time by Dylan Taylor. And on defense was Stauffenberg, and also back there was Matisse Weaver.
Matisse Weaver was beat a little bit there by Taylor. Brennan Stauffenberg sitting in that safety position did exactly what he needed to do. He helped out his defensive back, gave him that coverage. The ball was thrown a little bit high, and Stauffenberg stuck him in the back just the right time to separate the receiver from the ball.
All right, big third down play, 3rd and 8 from the Tiger 48 for Green River. Back under center is Lake. Oh, and we've got movement. That'll be a procedure penalty against Green River.
That was the, looks like it was the guard there for Green River, number 74, Gage Finley, with the jump there. He was trying to get that block on the edge just a little too quick.
3rd down, 13 yards to go now for Green River for the first down to keep this drive alive. Lake under center, fakes, rolls out, flag on the play. Pass is intercepted! Intercepted by the Tigers, Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg is down at the 20. He spins around. He's at the 10-yard line and out of bounds, but let's check that flag.
I have a feeling this one is going to be negated. They let the play continue, which usually means it was probably an offsides penalty against the Tigers, so it was a free play for the Wolves.
And they, unfortunately, this one's coming back, folks. And Matisse Weaver with, illegal. Oh, it's against Green River.
Wow.
Against Green River. So the Tigers have got the ball at the 14-yard line. An interception. The third turnover by the Green River Wolves, and that was a heck of a return that time, all the way down to the 14-yard line, and Lander takes over 1st and 10 at the 14 of Green River.
Stauffenberg is now positive in the interception column. He's thrown one and he's picked off 2.
Yeah, Stauffenberg on that interception. Oh, our umbrella just about left us. Okay, 7:36 to go, 21-6 Tigers. And Stauffenberg talking with Coach John Scott on the sideline. And he comes back into the huddle now to tell the Tigers what the play is. First down, 10 yards to go at the 14-yard line. Lander with the ball following the interception by Stauffenberg. Okay, under center is Stauffenberg. One man in the backfield. Rolls off. There's the handoff to Matisse Weaver, and he gets maybe a yard.
Man, I was looking at the defense there, the setup. Green River Wolves were really pushing up in the box. They had 8 men in the box. They're thinking it was going to be a run play. I was about to say, if this is a play-action pass, it's going to be an automatic touchdown for the Tigers. Unfortunately, the gamble worked. Green River guessed correctly, and they're able to keep Tigers a short gain.
Okay, a very, very short gain. We're going to call it 2nd and 10 from the 14-yard line. Back in shotgun. There's the handoff. Goes in the middle. Weaver gets a couple of yards, and they read that one too. He changed direction. He reversed his field, and there's only going to be a short gain, maybe a yard on that one for Weaver.
We were able to try and pick and choose where he wanted to go. Again, Green River is sitting on the run. The Tigers have shown that they have good presence in the pass game, but Green River sticking with a base package, looking for the run. It'll be 3rd and 8 for the Tigers.
They're at the 14-yard line. Now, actually, out about the 13-yard line. There's the pass. Goes on the far side. Caught into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! And it's Gwynna. Or is it? No, it's Weaver. Weaver for the touchdown. Period number 3 with 6:17 to go.
I tell you what, that was a great screen called there by the Tigers. It looked like it may have been possibly an illegal pick play, but they set it up just right. They got the pass off in time, gave it to Weaver in the slot. He's able to weave his way, pun intended,
yes,
into the end zone.
You're allowed.
For a good score. I had to put it in there at least once. As cheesy as it is, you got to put it in there at least once. Good play by the Tigers. They went run, run, run. They saw that Green River was pressing up on the line. What do you do when you're going on a blitz? Outside screen. Touchdown for the Tigers.
Tigers are going to go for 2 here since Green River had missed their attempt when the Tigers blocked the PAT. So it's going to be an attempt for 2. They're in the I formation under center. Stauffenberg hands off to Weaver. Weaver!
He's in?
He's in! 2-point conversion by Weaver. And the Tigers now go up 29-6.
It looks like Weaver is able to get enough pressure in there inside to wiggle between the big hog mollies on the line to barely get that ball across the line. Tigers are up 29-6 with 6:17 left here in the 3rd quarter.
7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Ever wonder why so many babies are delivered at Hot Springs Health in Thermopolis? Could it be the exceptional prenatal care offered by our providers? Or our convenient family practice clinics located in Thermopolis, Warland, Basin, Shoshone, and Riverton? Maybe it's our new OB suites with large jetted tub, or maybe it's the place where you know you can find all of this and more.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science.
In any.
Okay, back for Green River, Dylan Taylor and Bracken Miller. Matisse Weaver to kick it off from the 40-yard line, kicking into the wind, Josh, and he runs up. There's the boot. Oh, it's a strong line drive, and it goes over to the 5-yard line. Returning the ball is Taylor. Taylor gets away from one, gets away from another, down across the 30 to the 35-yard line.
It looked like there was a little bit miscommunication and breakdown on the lanes there on the return defense team there for the Tigers. They've had the stronger special teams play so far in this game, except for that one right there. Luckily, they were able to recover and keep Taylor from getting much further. Good return for the Wolves.
38-yard line, I'm sorry, is the line of scrimmage for the Green River Wolves in their own territory. And the lights taking effect here at Bill Bush Stadium. Under center is Lake. Taylor in motion to the right. Handoff goes to Miller up the middle. He's caught at the line of scrimmage. Not much there, maybe a yard.
That time, the Tigers were able to get the pressure on the Green River Wolves line. They got in the backfield. They were able to take Miller down on that first tackle attempt.
Ernesto Cabrales on the tackle, and it's going to be just a 1-yard gain to the 39-yard line by Miller. Miller is having a pretty good game. He has 76 yards on the ground now, leading ground gainer in the game. Second down, 8 yards to go. Lake now back in the shotgun formation. There's the snap. He rolls to his right. Now he cuts upfield. Is he going to pass or run? He's going to run. He's at the 45 and out of bounds. They're going to mark him out of bounds on that right side about the 44-yard line. So a nice gain of 5 yards for the quarterback, Lake.
You know, that was a good job by the defense of the Tigers. They didn't bite on the fake. They didn't try to jump up in the air and break the pass. They more or less did the same thing like they've done against Miller. They kind of corralled him over to the sideline, didn't over-pursue, stayed in front of him, kept him from getting a first down.
Really nice crowd on hand here this evening at the Bill Bush Stadium. A lot of folks from Green River here, too, on the far side. Lake in the shotgun, takes the snap, takes a 3-step back, passes over the head of Miller, incomplete. Well, that Miller had some yardage to go, but the pass was just too tall.
Miller came out, he started on the line, did a little chip block, and then he leaked out into the flat. There was nobody within 10 yards of him. There may have been somebody sitting right at the line to gain, but had that pass been on point, I'm pretty sure that would have been Green River first down.
Okay, it's going to be a 4th down. Is Green River going to punt? Yeah, they're going to punt. Coming out to do the punting chores is another guy, Casey Clark. Clark is back at the 30. Gwynna is back at the 25. Here's the snap, the kick. It's a nice wobbly kick. Gwynna has it at the 24-yard line. He makes one move, makes another, falls straight forward, still going. He's at the 35-yard line. Nice return there in heavy traffic by Tissot Gwynna.
Gwynna was trying to pick and choose which way he was going to go. Looked like he may have been playing hopscotch there, going back and forth, deciding which way he wanted to pick through. I think had he been looking a little bit more near side, there was a good block there by the outside gunner there for the Tigers. Had he been able to push it outside, see that lane, that edge block was set, he'd still be running down the sideline.
29-6 is our score. Lander on top over Green River. Last year they won the game 28-7, so almost identical score.
Pretty close.
Hash mark far side. Stauffenberg under center at the 35-yard line. Handoff goes on the right side. Little sweep by Brown. Brown is going down court. No, that's that was I'm sorry, Matisse Weaver. Weaver got a nice carry that time. He was sideways to me, so I couldn't see his number. And that was a first down carry, 11 yards on the play by Weaver.
Good stiff arm there by Weaver, able to get the edge near side, go down the sideline for a good gain. That'll be 1st and 10 for the Tigers, and a good form tackle, I believe it was by Atkinson there of the Green River Wolves to bring him down after a decent gain of double digits.
Yeah, at the 46-yard line now, hash mark near side, under center. Stauffenberg gives it right back to Weaver, ahead for about 3 yards, maybe 2. And the stop made just before the 50-yard line. They're going to mark him at the 39. So that on the play, or at the 49 rather, 3 yards on the play for Weaver.
Again, they're going back to that halfback draw out of the shotgun formation. Just body blow, body blow on the ground.
4 minutes to go, 3rd period. There's the handoff, goes to Weaver. Weaver on the left side, gets a little bit of yardage, breaks away from one, breaks away from another. First down carry to the 42-yard line. Lander.
I tell you what, that entire strong side of the Tiger offensive line was going through the secondary of the Green River Wolves.
On that last play, the Lander Tigers crossed midfield, and AARP Wyoming wants to remind you good things happen after 50. To see what is going on for folks over 50 in Wyoming, check out AARP Wyoming's Facebook page. Down at the 46-yard line now of Green River, the Lander Tigers on the far side. Stauffenberg, long pass down court. It's caught down at the 21-yard line. A first down for the Tigers, and that is going to be Robert Coivapalo with the catch.
Coivapalo coming out of the slot, looked like he was lined up far side. He comes right across the middle. He found the hole in the zone. Actually, no, it may have been more man coverage on the defense there. Either way, he was able to beat his man. Good pass by Stauffenberg right in the chest. First down, Tigers.
25-yard gain on the play. Stauffenberg now has 158 yards through the air. There's a carry right up the middle by Weaver, and Weaver's going to go down to the 18-yard line. So that will be a gain of 4 on the, is that the 18? Yeah, it'll be a gain of 3 yards on the play for Weaver. And Weaver on the ground now has 44 yards. Unofficially rushing. 2:46 to go, third period, 29-6. The Lander Tigers with the lead over the Green River Wolves. Now back in the shotgun formation. One man in the slot. There's the pitch to Weaver on the left side. Weaver at the 20, at the 25, down to the 15, and inside the 15-yard line down to about the 16 or 17.
Green River was looking for a hold there on the edge block. The defender kind of threw his hands up. It looks like the Tiger defender Tiger offensive lineman was able to let go before you could see the tug on the jersey on the outside. Short gain for the Tigers. Let's see if they can't convert, get a first down, and be in the red zone.
Well, they were at the 18-yard line. They're now down to the 12, so a 6-yard gain on that play by Weaver, and he now 50 yards on the ground. It's third down, 1 yard to go, minute 45 to go, third, 29-6 the score. Tigers on the far side outside. Under center, handoff, goes to Weaver. Weaver cuts his way through, he's in the end zone, touchdown Tigers!
All right, there's a signal. It took a little bit.
Yeah, I was worried there.
I think they were trying to make sure he didn't get rid of the ball. But as soon as he crosses the plane, it doesn't matter if he loses the ball or not. But tell you what, Tigers going back to the Tigers of yesteryear with that fully loaded wishbone backfield with the short yardage. They had the good pressure on the far side, just left of center. Weaver was able to make his way through all levels of the Green River defense, get another score, and make it 35-6 for the Tigers here in the third quarter.
Weaver to attempt the point after touchdown. He ran for a 2 last time. There's the snap, the kick. It's up, it's high enough, it's long enough, it is good. And the score now goes the Tigers 36 and Green River 6 on our Tigers scoreboard, when Weaver has the PAT as well. Tigers taking control here in the third period.
Chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect.
Your car.
You're listening to KFCW 93.1 FM in Riverton, and we are at almost 8 o'clock here on the broadcast. And Lander Tigers are going to be kicking off. There's Weaver. Ooh, it's a real high kick. Comes over to the right side. It bounces at the 28. Recovered by the Tigers, and Lander will have the ball. Green River did not go for it, and that was a design play, Josh.
I kind of lost track of the ball there. Looked down at my phone. That was just great. Great wherewithal by the Tiger special teams. I'm pretty sure Green River was banking on that ball to bounce out of bounds. It checked up. It stayed in bounds. and that's a live ball on a kickoff. As soon as that ball hits the turf, that's a live ball. Tigers took advantage of it. They've got it just outside the red zone at the 23-yard line. I don't know if if they want to do that with a 30-point lead. Some people might not like that, but hey, I mean, first game of the year.
You're trying out new things too. And when Matisse kicked that ball almost straight up in the air, I thought, well, this is unusual. And then Green River didn't respond to it, and the Tigers covered it. First down, Lander at the 23-yard line of Green River. Under center, Stauffenberg. Whistle, play is stopped, and we must have a false start for Lander. And for the Tigers, that is going to be another 5-yard penalty. They've been penalized, let's see, 3, 6, 7 times for 43 yards. So that's going to move the football to the 28-yard line on the penalty. And it'll be first down and 15. Gwinna and Covapalo split out wide to the right side. One receiver wide out to the left. One man in the backfield. Stauffenberg under center. Gwinna in motion to the left. Long count. There's the handoff. Goes straight up the middle. And the carry goes down to the 20-yard line. Nice run that time. And that was Larvey on the carry for the Tigers. And he went down to the 21-yard line. So that's a 7-yard gain by Larvey. His first touch here in the second half.
Again on that halfback draw on the shotgun, the edge rushers came in from the Wolves, went straight up the gut. Good positive gain for the Tigers.
7-yard gain, second down, 8 yards to go after the penalty. Gwinna in motion. There's the handoff, goes to Larvey. He's met it right at the 20, and down he goes at the 19-yard line. Now they're going to mark him right at the 20. 1-yard gain on the play by Larvey. So he goes down to the 20-yard line. And Larvey in the game now has 5 carries for 25 yards unofficially.
It looks like we got some laundry on the field again as well.
Uh-oh, we're down to 47 seconds to go. It's against the Tigers. So here's another penalty, and they're going to march the ball. I didn't catch the call. Did you see it, John?
The referee put his hand down to the side, possibly ineligible man downfield.
Well,
I'm not sure.
48 yards in penalties. They move it back 5 yards. It's now second down and 13 yards to go, and they're at the 25-yard line. Tigers under center. Here we go. There's the snap. Handoff is faked. Rolling out is Stauffenberg to his right. Pass is caught and dropped downfield. Oh, that was Covapalo, I believe, that had that catch. Yeah, it was Covapalo. And I tell you, he had a clear lane to the end zone there, as you saw.
It looks like he might be
he's down
up on the sideline too.
Yeah, he's on the he's down on the ground. He's out. Oh, he's having a cramp. Looks like he's having a cramp. Well, let's put our attention back as Covapalo is down on he's outside the sideline, and the trainers are over there, and looks like we've got a timeout on the field.
When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
Well, Covapalo is up, but he's limping. He's not putting a lot of pressure on that right leg. But they've got him up, and he's walking back toward the Lander sideline now. 31 seconds to go, third period, 36-6 is our score. The Tigers with the lead. In the shotgun is Stauffenberg. Wide receivers split out each side. Gwinna in the slot. There's the pass. Goes to Weaver. Weaver caught it. He's down at the 15-yard line and out of bounds at about the 13-yard line. So it's a gain down to the 13 on that pass play. Nice Nice pass that time from the 26. And do we have a flag?
No, it looks like they're...
Oh, they're checking to see if it's first down.
See if it's
That's
close,
what it is.
yeah.
So it's going to be 4th down. 4th and about 3/4 of an inch for the first down.
Pretty close.
So it's down at the 13-yard line. Went from the 18 to the 13, 5-yard gain on the play by Weaver.
And it looks like Tigers are just going to run the clock out. And that will be the end of the third quarter at the end of 3. Lander Tigers 36, Green River Wolves 6. We'll be back with the final act here on 93.1 right after this.
Tigers, and welcome back high school football fans. After a long summer, it's great to be back to Fremont County Sports. Hi, I'm John with Teton Therapy. At Teton Therapy, getting you back out there is what we're all about. We treat everything from back and shoulder pain to brain injuries and strokes, and we get you back to living pain-free. Live your life without pain. Go to tetontherapypc.com to book your free consultation today.
Prices are going up all over. Food prices, fuel prices, tires, oils, you name it. But there's one thing that hasn't gone up. WRTA bus lines will still get you where you need to go in Fremont County for the same low price they've always had. Just $1 one way. How can you beat that? See WRTAbuslines.com for the new fall route schedule. Save hundreds of dollars every month. And use the WRTA to travel to and from the Riverton Airport. See WRTAbuslines.com for details. And remember, don't drink and drive, wear your seatbelts, and keep all 4 wheels on the road.
Keep all 4 wheels on the ground. Okay, 12 minutes to go in this football game. Lander 4th down, and 3/4 of an inch to go. It's really close, folks.
Very close.
Okay, Tigers scored twice in that third period. They led 21-6 at halftime, and it's now 36-6. Okay, Tigers on the far side of the field. They're going toward the south end zone. Stauffenberg has it underneath center. And the handoff goes to the first man through, and that's Matisse Weaver. First down, Tigers.
Again, going with that fully loaded wishbone backfield with 2 fullbacks and halfback lined up in a triangle formation behind Stauffenberg. They fake the pitch to the outside, give it to the up back, and they just need to lean forward enough to get a first down, 1st and goal for the Tigers.
Yeah, I was surprised Stauffenberg didn't take that on a quarterback sneak, but he just handed it off, and they got 2 yards on the play. They can get a first down at the 1-yard line. Okay, Stauffenberg under center again for the Tigers. There's the snap. Handoff goes to Larvey. Larvey inside the 10, down to about the 9-yard line, or they're going to mark him right at the 10. So Larvey gets 1 yard on the play.
Austin Mazer, the first one in there for the Green River Wolves, listed at 6'4", 220. One of the bigger guys on the defensive line for the Wolves there. Bring up 2nd and goal for the Tigers.
Okay, Stauffenberg under center. Behind him is Larvey and Weaver. And he stops, calls a different play, moves Larvey over to the left. There's the handoff. It goes to Weaver, a pitch. Weaver on the outside, cuts inside, down to the 2-yard line.
You know, it looks like they probably, the audible there for Stauffenberg was just to flip the play. It was probably originally supposed to go to the right. They decided to go to the left. Larvey had a good lead block there. The edge wasn't quite set enough for Weaver to feel like he could turn the corner and make a score. Decided to cut up through the middle and got a good gain. Make it 3rd and goal from about the 4-yard line for the Tigers.
Not 3rd and goal.
Oh, no, they can still get a first down.
They can still get a first down down there. Okay, we've got a score from Riverton. Cody 36, Riverton 0.
Ooh.
Okay, Tigers have it 3rd down. They're at the 3-yard line. They need 2 for a first down. 3. There's a Curry up the middle. Touchdown. Lander. Matisse Weaver.
Weaver picking and choosing his way again. Takes it on the draw. Good push on the near side by the Tiger offensive line. Puts it in for the score. Tigers pulling ahead even more, 42-6.
And Matisse will be there. Stauffenberg hold for the point after touchdown. Big crowd here in Lander for this first game. Most of the Lander Valley student section is on the down by the railing here on the bleachers. You still call them bleachers when they're aluminum?
Yeah, still bleachers.
There's the kick. It's up. It's high enough. It's long enough. It is good. And P.A.T. Weaver, and the score goes Lander 43, Green River 6.
And near you. Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com, we're out there.
The Maven B Series, our elite line of premium optics. Superior low-light performance, tack-sharp edge-to-edge clarity, generous depth of field, silky focus mechanism, built handled elements, state-of-the-art technology, and an uncompromising optic.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Okay, Cody 36, Riverton nothing. That game's over at 93.9 and WyoToday Facebook and YouTube with Cody Beers on the call. Matisse Weaver to kick off. Lander 43, Green River 6, 9:46 to go. Weaver approaches the ball. There's the high end over kick out of the end zone. Touchback, and Green River will have it at the 20-yard line.
I think that one went through the goalpost.
Yeah, it was field goal.
Field goals on kickoffs count, right? It's at least an extra point.
Yeah. Well, there's only a few minutes left in that first half over in Riverton, and they're trailing 36-0. So hope the Wolverines have a better second half. Wind River won by forfeit today. Lusk won by forfeit over St. Stephen's. We haven't gotten a score lately from Saratoga. Okay, we've got 2 runners out, or 2 wide receivers out. Luke Batista is out on the near side. Luke back to pass, throws it, and it's caught. Caught by Tiller and out of bounds at about the 17-18-yard line. And I'm sorry, not the 17 or 18, it's the 29. That's a 9-yard gain.
That was a good timing route there by the Green River Wolves. Taylor was just coming out of his break right when the ball was thrown. But, you know, it was kind of a lazy throw. It had a little bit too much air under it. If somebody was watching for the Tigers, it could have been picked off.
Okay, wide receiver is Luke Batista on the near side. Now man in motion is Todd. There's the handoff up the middle. Nothing doing. Lander's front 4 are there. No gain, maybe a loss on the play. Miller, that's one of the first times he's been caught for a loss today, Josh. Loss of a yard.
Yeah, definitely. Majority of the game, Miller's been able to at least get past that first wave of the Tiger defenders and get into the second level linebacking core. Just stout, low center of gravity. Good, strong legs. At that time, Tigers wrapped them up, kept them minimal gain. 9
minutes to go in the game. Lander 43, Green River 6 on our Tigers scoreboard in the I formation. Taylor in motion to the left. Handoff goes to Miller. Miller around the right side, caught at the line of scrimmage and brought down. Great defensive play at that time by Zach Larvey.
Saw Zach Larvey back there as well. It looked like maybe Jonah Brown possibly on the edge there was able to trip him up, keep him in the backfield, be 4th down for the Wolves.
Okay, coming in to punt now is Alex McKinnon. McKinnon to punt. Tisso Guina is deep back at about his own 45-yard line. There's the snap. It's high. He gets the kickoff. Guina's going to field it at the 48-yard line, and he's going to be down right there. Good defensive pursuit that time by Green River.
Looks like that's Connor Todd, number 2 there for the Green River Wolves. He was able to keep his hands wrapped up around Guina so he couldn't squirt free to get some more yardage there for the Tigers. They'll start this drive right about midfield.
Yeah, they're at their own 48-yard line. The clock at 8:09 to go in the game. Lander with a pretty good lead, 43-6. I'm thinking we might see some second-team players coming in now for the Tigers. We're going to keep our eye to see who might be coming in. Is it Cove Apollo at quarter? Well, we'll just wait till they come out. They're in the huddle right now.
It's still Stauffenberg in there.
Yeah, it is. Still Stauffenberg at the 48-yard line. Receivers on each end, one man in the backfield, kind of a pistol formation. There's the handoff, goes to Larvey. Larvey straight ahead across midfield down to the 49-yard line. And on that last play, the Lander Tigers cross midfield, and AARP Wyoming wants to remind you good things happen after 50. To see what's going on for folks over 50 in Wyoming, check out AARP Wyoming's Facebook page.
I'm sure you're going to see, I wouldn't necessarily call it garbage time, but kind of the equivalent. Tigers are going to keep it on the ground, do some safe plays, maybe some screens, some inside runs, and just waste the clock.
49-yard line in Green River territory. Stauffenberg under center. There's the handoff, goes to Larvey. Larvey straight ahead for a couple of yards. Now he's pushed forward down to about the 36-yard or 46-yard line. It's going to be about a gain of 3 on the play.
Larvey stopped there by the big defensive player, the Wolves, and they kind of just ran into a stalemate. Nobody was making ground, and one of the linemen from the Tigers pushed him forward for a little extra boost at the end there.
Well, the Tigers are going to keep the clock running. 7 minutes to go in the game now. They have a great lead here, 43-6. Game number 1 before a really nice crowd here in Lander at Bill Bush Stadium. Of course, Bill Bush was the coach of the only Lander Tigers state championship team in 1948. Here's Stauffenberg, handoff to Larvey. Larvey goes straight through, up the gut, first down to the 40-yard line.
Larvey pick and choosing his way. He's got good vision there. He's good patience, pushing it through. He kind of just bowled over, was able to push through the defender of Green River, Braden Perry, who's listed at 315. That is a big boy.
That's a big boy, you betcha. Riverton has scored. It's now at halftime. Riverton 3 and Cody 36.
Got a long way to go.
Long way to go. But they got some mo going into the halftime locker room. Okay, Tigers up the line of scrimmage. They're at the 40-yard line of Green River, I formation. Stauffenberg makes a call behind him. There's the handoff. Goes to, that wasn't Larvey, that was Smith Velarde. Or was it, I thought it was 25.
Yep,
yeah, it was 25. It's Smith Velarde on that carry. Hunter Smith Velarde, his first carry.
Sophomore getting some reps here in the first game of the year. See if that might be something that continues further on down the road.
No gain on the play. They're still at the 40-yard line. And it is third down. Stauffenberg under center, 5:15 to go, clock moving. Long count. Now a timeout called by Lander with 5:04 to go. And we'll be back with Lander leading 43-6.
So many babies are delivered at Hot Springs Health in Thermopolis. Could it be the exceptional prenatal care offered by our providers? Or our convenient family practice clinics located in Thermopolis, Worland, Basin, Shoshone, and Riverton? Maybe it's our new OB suites with large jetted tub, or maybe it's the place where you know you can find all of this and more.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degree.
5 minutes, 5 minutes, 4 seconds to go in this game. Lander has it second down, and they need 10 yards. There's the new quarterback, and the handoff goes to Smith Velarde, and he's close to the first down, maybe a yard or two short. And the new quarterback is Brody Moffitt.
Brody Moffitt, he's a sophomore. And you've got Hunter Smith Velarde, who's a sophomore as well. I see that tandem possibly growing up and being the starters here maybe next year for the Tigers.
Down to the 33-yard line, gain of 7 on that play. There's a pitch. It's fumbled in the backfield and covered by the Tigers. It breaks loose again, and I think Green River's got it. Josh, let's see.
I think Smith Velarde took his eyes off the ball there before it came all the way in. He saw the pressure coming in, took his eyes off for a second. They always say you got to look the ball into your hands and then worry about running where you're going to go. Green River gets the recovery. 4:21 left in the fourth quarter. Green River midfield down 43-6.
At the 46-yard line, hash mark 4 side. Lake brings them out. They've got twin receivers on the right side, single receiver on the left, 2 men in the backfield. Whistle, timeout, Lander. Well, let's take a break. 43-6, Tigers with the lead.
Sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor.
Okay, Carpet One, thank you for your sponsorship. And now, first down 10 from their own 46. Here's a pass play. Lake downfield. It's up in the air, caught and dropped. Oh, Taylor had that in his arms, Josh. A juggle, and he went back for it, and triple coverage downfield at the 30-yard line.
He had a couple of opportunities to catch that one. It's something we've seen the Wolves do all game. They see that they've got the size advantage with Skylar Lee as well as Dylan Taylor. They're a couple inches taller. Just put them on a go route, throw it up for them, see if they can't bring it in.
4:15 to go in the game. We have trips out to the right side. One single receiver, one man in the backfield. Lake back to pass again. Two-step drop, and it's overthrown. Intended downfield for the Wolves, Lucas Batista.
Yeah, that was a good throw again in the slot. Batista had the step on the inner defender and was leaking in between the gap between the defensive back and the safety. Unfortunately, he had a little too much zip on it, couldn't connect.
Darn good throw, too. It was a bullet downfield. Third down, 10 yards to go, 4:11 to go in the game. And we've got twin receivers on each side, one man in the backfield, Lake in the shotgun. And whistle. We have movement all over the place down there, and let's see who's going to get the whistle. It's going to be against Green River for a false start. A little bit too anxious there. And for Green River, that is only their 34th yard in penalties. Lander's been penalized for 48 yards in the game. And with the penalty, it goes back to the 41-yard line. And it'll be 3rd and 15. Lake in the shotgun. Takes a 2-step drop. Runs to his right side. He's going to try to run it out. Then he goes to midfield and out of bounds.
See that good decision-making by Lake. Drops back. Sees that all the Tigers defenders are dropped back in coverage. Sees the open lane. Sees a good gain of around 10 yards. Keeps the ball in his hands. Uses his leg. Makes this 4th down a little bit more manageable.
Yeah, 4th and 7. We might watch for a fake here. You never know. Going deep to receive for the Tigers is Braden Johnson-Baker. And punting is Todd. There's a high snap. The kick is almost blocked, and it bounces down at the 20-yard line. It's down at the 14, and that's where it's going to be down. And that's where the Tigers will take over with 3:53 to go.
Saw a bad snap on the first punt of the Green River Wolves that went behind them. Another one where it just popped up in the air as a pop fly, dead duck snap. Luckily, the punter was able to get away before it was blocked and got a good roll on it. In the end, it'll work. Tigers are pinned deep in their own side of the field, and see if they might be able to score again for the end of the game.
Darkness envelops Bill Bush Stadium here in Lander. Tigers leading 43-6. Just under 4 minutes to go. Moffitt came in as quarterback last time, and let's see if he's still doing it. Yeah, he's still there. Got to get the glasses on this. They're on the far side of the field. And Moffitt, well, they call timeout. That's Lander's last timeout. That's their 3rd timeout of the half, so that's it for the Tigers in timeouts.
One floor and home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval.
Brody Moffitt under center for the Lander Tigers. There's the handoff, and it's going to go to Larvey. He's pulled down after a short gain on the play. No, I'm sorry, that's not Larvey. That's Johnson-Baker. Johnson-Baker with the carry. 3:40 to go as we have new players on the field. That's down to the 14-yard line. So no gain on the play.
And just like you said, Ernie, looks like the Tigers are not going to try and risk any sort of injury to their starters, putting in some of the JV kids.
All right, okay. Moffitt at the quarterback, under center. They're in the pistol. There's the pitch. Goes back to Johnson Velarde. There's a little bit of run. He's got a little bit of room on the outside and crosses the 15, maybe up to the, no, that's Johnson-Baker, I'm sorry, on that carry. And he gets up to the 18-yard line.
I'll tell you what, Johnson-Baker, he's got a little bit of shiftiness to him. He's got good vision. He is only a freshman, listed at 5'7", 130. The freshman Johnson-Baker. Hopefully he's able to build on some of those attributes and be a good player moving forward.
3rd down, about 6 yards to go after that 4-yard gain. Here's the run, and it's going to be not enough for the line to gain. It's going to be a stop about the 20-yard line. It'll be about a 3-yard gain on the play there at the 20. So another 2 yards on that play, 6 yards total on that, and it's fourth down.
Looks like that was a fumble at the end of the play, and Green River has recovered the ball.
Well, I tell you what, I was writing down the score sheet, and I missed all that. A fumble. So that for the Lander Tigers, they have had 2 turnovers tonight. Green River has had 3. So Green River, hey, this is great field position. They might be able to be in position to score again here before the end of the game. On that fumble, Green River takes over at the Lander 20-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go. Lake is still the quarterback. No, they've got a new quarterback now, 17, Braden Morrell. Morrell is the quarterback. One man in motion is Taylor. Taylor to the left. There's the handoff, goes straight up the middle. Nice gainer, about 5 yards, and a flag on the play on the tackle. We might have had a face guard there, I'm not sure. Carrying the football for Green River was Atkinson. It's only his, Atkinson's second carry of the game. And let's see what the call is going to be here. The official coming up.
Looks like holding call against Green River.
Block in the back. A block in the back against Green River. That's a 15-yarder. So that moves the ball back considerably. Let's see, on 15 yards here, that would make it 49 yards now. 49, and it's going to be first down for Green River on that penalty, and that's going to push them all the way back to the 35-yard line. No, the 30-yard line, I'm sorry, on the penalty. Okay, fake. Rolls off to the right side. Pass caught. Taylor's got it. He's at the 15. He's at the 10. He's at the 5 and out of bounds. Nice play that time by Larvey to knock him out of bounds, but a big gain and a first down with under 2 minutes to go in the game.
Taylor came all the way across the line there from the far side slot. Came across just over and across. Crossing route into the flat after the rollout by the quarterback, wide open, nobody covering him, just found a hole in the zone. There wasn't a good switch between the defenders for the Tigers. Good gain, Green River's rolling, first and goal.
Braden Morrell, the quarterback, on the hash mark on the near side, one man in motion. Handoff goes on the near side into the end zone, untouched, touchdown to Atkinson. His third carry of the game, and he gets a TD.
That was a good fake. The edge rusher for the Tigers bit on the fake. They was going to go to the up back. Give it to Atkinson. He plows ahead. Easy score. Pretty sure he went in untouched for the Wolves.
Yeah, he sure did, and that's the second touchdown of the game for Green River, and it comes with 1 minute 53 seconds to go. And it was a nice little run that time, right up the middle for the touchdown, Atkinson. Now they're going to go for 2. Trailing 43-12. Back to pass, Morrell all alone in the end zone, and it's caught, but it's out of bounds. So it'll be 43-12 with just a minute 53 to go, Josh.
Yeah, that was on the intent for the 2-point conversion. It looked like they were going for the corner route the entire time. Morrell had put it in a good spot, put it in a place where only his receiver was going to catch it. Unfortunately, it led the receiver a little bit too far outside of the boundary. The switch in quarterback for the Wolves, I don't know if something happened to Lake or maybe they're protecting him. But it looks like Lake was more of a dual threat. He had strong arm, but he can run with his legs, where Morrell looks like he is your prototypical big-size pocket passer for the Wolves. It might be something that they use down the road. Might use Lake in those instances where you might want to do a run-pass option or play action or close to the line of gain, whereas you'd use Morrell on a long passing play.
43-12 now on our Tiger scoreboard. Minute 53 to go. And Green River, do you think they'll try an onside kick here? Why not? This
maybe.
Is a good time to test that.
Maybe. I mean, the Tigers did have that pooch kick in the third quarter that they recovered when Green River decided not to cover the ball. So
Lander's got the good hands team up there at the 47-yard line. They're anticipating maybe an onside kick. And doing the kicking chores is Abner Ibarra. Abner Ibarra. Let's see what happens. There's the whistle. Ibarra approaches the ball, and he kicks it off all the way down. Gwynna at the 9-yard line. Gwynna moves it to the 20-yard line, down to the 22-yard line, and that's where he goes down.
And I like to see with Gwynna moving forward. I know the game is in hand, not necessarily a whole lot of worry about what's going to happen in the outcome, but I still want to see him, instead of taking that time to try and pick and choose where his lane is, I want to see him try and pick some more speed, pick a hole, be decisive about it, punch through. I mean, just like he did on that first return in the game. He punched through, had a good return. But, you know, first game of the year, learning experience, and like I said, there isn't a whole lot of intensity at this point. Tigers know they've got it.
Oh, they've got it in the bag, yeah, 43-12, and Morrell. Let's see who the quarterback is going to be. And it's going, Moffitt is the quarterback. Morrell's on the other side. Moffitt, one man in the backfield, and flags. Looks like Green River jumped offside. Lander might want to decline this penalty. They made like 7 yards on the play, but I think the flags came out before the whistle, or before the play. And the umpire looking our way now, and he is going to say, illegal shift for the Tigers. So it's going to go against Lander. And for the Tigers, let's see, that will be 53 yards now in penalties against the Tigers, 49 yards against Green River. So the ball goes back now, another 5 yards, goes back to the 17-yard line. Moffitt, the quarterback. There's the handoff. Goes to the right side, about 4 yards on the play. Clock moving with 90 seconds to go.
Tigers lined up in the offset eye. Didn't see who it was that was in that fullback position. Generally, you're looking at what the Tigers do. Typically, that would be a halfback play, but they did give it to the halfback. Got some good yardage. Almost got it back to the original start for this drive.
Okay, second down, 12 yards to go after that penalty and the short 3-yard gain. We're down to 1 minute to go in the game. 1 minute to go. And they're waiting for the 5-second count for the back judge. There it goes. Moffitt under center now. There's the snap. Pitch goes in the backfield. There's a nice run. Not first down. It goes across the 25. And carrying the ball was Johnson Baker.
Johnson Baker, he's got good vision. I mean, I don't know if Green River's got their second team defense in as well, but he is being patient. He's being decisive. He's finding the holes. That was a good gain. Make it about 3rd and 5 for the Tigers. They may not have to run another play here for the end of the game.
Yeah, we're down to 10 seconds to go, and the Tigers are looking to the sideline. That's going to be it. That's going to be the last play of the game. This one is over. Final score, the Lander Tigers 43 and the Green River Wolves 12.
Great job by the Tigers in this game. They had the lead at the beginning, took over, and they've had it ever since the get-go. Just great performance, both offense, defense, special teams. They did a good job.
Okay, Josh is going to run down to the field right now and get an interview, and we'll look right here and talk about some of the statistics in this game as the Tigers have won this game, their first game of the year, 43-12 over the visiting Green River Wolves. The Tigers and the Wolves at midfield, and they're doing their handshake. So congratulations to the Tigers as they come up and have gotten the victory here. So let's take a look at some of the statistics that we've got in this contest. Let's see, typing in the final score here, 43-12. And we'll get 43, not 44, 43-12. And we will get a comment or two from Coach John John Scott. And Josh is heading down there right now to get a talk with him. The Lander Tigers, let's total up some of these numbers here. Let's see. Lander had, I'm going to do this on the phone so I won't make too many mistakes. So we had 38 yards rushing by Zach Larvey. We had 70 yards rushing by Matisse Weaver. We had 13 yards rushing by Johnson Baker. And that was 121 yards total by the Lander Tigers. In the passing department, Stauffenberg threw, let's see kind of how many times we had here. There's 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16 passes for Brandon Stauffenberg for 158 yards. And the receivers, Gwynna, had, let's see here, let's take a look at that. Tisso Gwynna had 58 yards receiving. Brown had 40 yards receiving. Weaver had 35 yards receiving. And Koivapalo had 37 yards. And that comes up to 158. So the Tigers with 158 and 121. That is 9 and that's 7. 279 yards total offense for the Tigers in tonight's game. Let's take a look at the rushing stats. The quarterback, Caleb Lake, for Green River, rushed 9 times for 86 yards. He had some pretty good runs in the game, especially in that third period. Also with the good run was Taylor. He had the one dart of 38 yards in the game. He ended up with 53. Miller had 75 yards on the ground, and Atkinson had 36. So that's 250 yards on the ground for the Green River Wolves, and through the air they had 41. So that is 291 yards total offense. So Green River had more total offense than the Lander Tigers, but Lander got on the scoreboard a few more times. 279 total offense for the Tigers and 291 for the Green River Wolves. Lake had 41 yards passing. He was 3 of 6 from the passing department. Roberts had 1 catch for -3 yards. Taylor had 2 catches for 39 yards. So there is the total offense. Lander 279 and Green River had 291. Let's take a look at our scoring now. We want to remind you that Lander Tiger football is brought to you courtesy of our sports club sponsors for the Lander Tigers, including Bailey Tire and Auto Service, Central Wyoming College, Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming, Edward Jones, John Shade, the agent there in Lander, Fremont County Prevention Organization, Gotchi Rehabilitation Center, Gunners Automotive Center, Hampton Inn, High Plains Power, Lander Medical Center, Mema's Kitchen in Lander, Maven Outdoors, Storks Auto Body, Sutherland's Home Improvement Center, Teton Therapy, the Wyoming Department of Transportation, Wyoming 4x4, and Wyoming.com. Thank you very much for your sponsorship of Lander Tiger football. And looking at the scoring summary, the Lander Tigers came off and scored first in the game with 9:16 to go in the first period. It was a 3-yard run by Matisse Weaver. He added the PAT. Lander 7-0. At the 10:41 mark of the second period, a touchdown of 52 yards. It was a nice pass, Stauffenberg to Weaver. Weaver added the PAT, and it was, that was a 12-yard pass, not 52 yards. 12 yards pass, and Weaver the PAT 14-0. Then in the second period, with 1:53 to go, Miller had a 14-yard rush for the Green River Wolves, and the PAT was blocked by the Tigers, and that made it 14-6. And then with 16 seconds to go in the first half of play, it was a pass of 12 yards from Stauffenberg to Harris. PAT Weaver 21-6, and that was our halftime score. In the third period, at the 6:17 mark, a 13-yard pass from Stauffenberg to Weaver. Weaver got the PAT 29-6 at that point. With a minute 29 to go in the third period, a 12-yard rush by Weaver on the left side, and he kicked the extra point 36-6. At the 9:46 mark of the third period of play, it was a 3-yard rush by Weaver. He kicked the PAT 43-6. And then in the fourth period, the last score was put up by Green River with minute 53 to go. Atkinson with a nice 30-yard rush. The PAT failed, and that was our final score, 43-12. And coming back up with a interview, John Scott. We'll have that for you here in just a moment. But a really nice first game victory for the Lander Tigers, and 43-6. Green River lost 28 players. They only had 3 returning players on offense and 3 returning players on defense that started this game. Still, they had more total offense than the Tigers did, but Lander was operating, of course, from the short end of the field most of the night, and that's why they didn't have as many yards as Green River. Again, our final score, 43-6. We haven't gotten an update over at Riverton. Last time we checked, it was the Cody Bronx had a score of Joe. No, Jim. No. Yeah, we keep that. Doing a good job cleaning up the bleachers, but that's one of our boxes. We want to keep that. So, let's see. Shoshone won this afternoon by a score of 40-7 over the Southeast Cyclones. That was at Shoshone. Wind River got a forfeit victory over the Lingle Fort Laramie Dogers, and the Lusk Tigers got a forfeit victory over the St. Stephen's Eagles. Well, again, our final score, 43-12. Josh is working up the post-game interview now with Coach John Scott, and we'll have that for you here just a minute. I want to remind you that the Tigers will be at home next week, and tell you what, it's going to be a tough event. They're going to be hosting the Powell Panthers in a non-conference game. Powell, Lander has 7,546 people inside the city limits. Powell has 6,419. And Lander has 559 students in the high school. Powell has 586. But Powell has won the last 4 games against the Lander Tigers. So we're getting close there. Yeah, we're getting close. He shakes his head. We're getting close. So we'll have our post-game comments with Lander Tiger coach John Scott in just a moment, as someone out on the street there, sounds like a motorcycle, doesn't it, as they're zooming away. And are we almost there? Okay, he's working on it. We have to wait for it to load. He went and got the interview and then uploaded it to the computer here, and now we're waiting for it to load. So Lander will play Powell next weekend right here at Bill Bush Stadium. Game time, again, is 6 o'clock. We'll go on the air at 5:30. And the Tigers take a nice 1-0 mark on the season as they open up the season with a victory here over Green River. Great individual performances today by the Tigers. Matisse Weaver, he carried the ball for 70 yards rushing. Zach Larvey carried it for 38 yards. Stauffenberg had -2 yards on the play. Johnson Baker carried for 13. Smith Velarde carried for 8. And in the passing department, Tisso Gwina caught 5 passes, 58 yards. Brown caught 1 for 40. Weaver 3 for 35. And Kovapalo 1 for 37 yards. Josh?
All right, I'm here, Coach Scott. Coach, great first game of the season.
We're still working on
Didn't sound
getting it up,
yeah, doesn't sound like it loaded correctly. But I was able to catch head coach John Scott for Lander Tigers on the way to the locker room, and he did say the overall was a good performance. And he pointed out we need to come to practice to see the more balanced attack. So I will definitely work on that this next week. Looking forward to the matchup with Powell. He said that they've had their number recently, not necessarily looking for a payback from the loss in the playoffs last year, and then working on just the cohesiveness and working with that second unit. Did say it was pretty warm out. There's a few players that had issues with cramping with the warm weather, need to grab some pickle juice. But overall, he was happy with the output of the offense, as well as their game plan, saying they're not looking to really change anything at this point or trash anything that they did. So overall, it was a good start for the Tigers. They're 1-0, and they go up against the Powell Panthers here at Bill Bush Memorial Stadium next weekend.
Okay, and that'll be Friday night right here. If you're traveling to Laramie tomorrow, and we hope you are, to see the Cowboys season opener with Montana State, there's some road construction on I-80 and in Laramie, so you might want to leave a little early because you'll have to do a couple of other jig-jags when you get into Laramie to get to those parking lots at War Memorial Stadium. Again, Josh, you were downstairs when I made this announcement, but the Lander Tigers had a total of 279 total yards offense. Green River, 291. Of course,
wow.
Lander spent most of their time on the Green River side of the field. They didn't have as long to go.
True.
And the Lander drives, actually, in today's game started at the Green River 18, the 11-yard line in their own territory, at the Green River 26, at the Green River 20, at the Green River 12, at the Green River 30, the Green River 20, and the 40-yard line, and LT their own 14-yard line, and then again down at the 20-yard line. So they had very short yardage today to get into the end zone, and did that very well.
Yeah, the Tigers were good. I think the turnovers were even, about 3 apiece. Couple fumbles and for the Tigers, and an interception. But that interception that was thrown by Stauffenberg, he also picked off 2 passes, and I believe they had a fumble on there as well. Green River did. So it was a good offensive attack, good defensive attack. Special teams was good. That forgot to ask Coach Scott if that pooch kick was intentional or they just kind of took advantage of him throwing a sandwich on that kick. But overall, it was a good performance by the Tigers. They were a little bit outmatched in size, but they were able to take advantage of it. And a big thing too, like you talked about, good starting position on their drives. They took advantage of the short field, got the lead early, kind of drove the excitement down from the Green River Wolves, and they just put it to them this week.
Okay, turnovers, Green River 3, Lander 2, penalties in the game, 53 yards in penalties for Lander, 49 yards, so it's pretty even in the penalty department. Well, that's just about going to do it, Josh. Appreciate your help, Josh Henninger here on the top of Bill Bush Stadium. We're reporting from the top of the stadium today, and we thank you for joining us on WyoToday.com and KFCW. We'll be back again next Friday night at 5:30 with the next edition of Lander Tiger Football. So on behalf of Josh Henninger and Kirk Baxter back at the KFCW studios, this is Ernie Over bidding you a pleasant good evening. We want you to stay safe and have a very safe and sane Labor Day weekend. See you next Friday. Good night, all.